Yo, can I say, hey neighbors? Anyway, it's Travis Moody here. Once again, a toy kind of mood, episode 159. So, what do you want to talk about? Of course, it's going to be G.I. Joe Classified, and they own us one more day in 2024, and it's Leap Day. So, let me bring in my a toy kind of moodians, co hostians, and then our big special guest for tonight. Mr. Spec, what's happening, man?
How's it going? What's up? Oh, confetti, yay.
That's why we brought you in. It's a party. And we got a special intro from a man.
Hola, y bienvenido a Toy Kind of Mood.
Whoa, okay. We got multi-language tonight, so stay tuned.
We're going bilingual tonight.
Exactly. That's what we're doing here in a toy kind of whiskey's afloat. Speaking of whiskeys, or speaking of nothing, it's just that neighbor dude.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Yo, neighbors.
What's going on? Hey, neighbors. We're all neighbors tonight.
We're all neighbors.
Baldy, good to see you, man. Welcome back to a toy kind of mood.
Thanks for having me, guys. That was an exciting day today.
It was all right. It's fine.
It was okay. Much.
Yeah. Those two Transformers drops were big. That's
huge.
I got one of them.
1,000 wallets screaming in agony.
Well, after the Joe pre-orders and then those Transformer sets dropped, that was like, the hair that broke the camel's back. It was just like, no. But thankfully, I only wanted one of the two.
Exactly. But guys, we're back. It feels like we just did a big G.I. Joe stream, and that's kind of what this was, right? We're gonna get into it. We got a few other things to talk about before we get into it, but this was kind of like an extension of the G.I. Joe Day, right? I mean, how do you feel about that, Baldy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It not quite like a Yo-Jo June, but it's been a pretty solid month. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was just yesterday that we had G.I. Joe Day and they did all those reveals. It really wasn't that long of a wait, it didn't seem like. And we got some really good stuff today. Stuff we knew that was coming, stuff that was leaked, but it was fun. I had a fun day today.
Right, exactly. And we're going to have a fun night because there's been 8,000 streams covering this stuff to death, right? But we're going to whiskey rate every single thing we see. So we're going to have a critical eye of how we feel. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But let's get to the intro. And I don't know, Bobby's what's he doing? Okay.
I'm right here. He's getting a drink.
He's already having fun. All right, look, we want to have a major shout out to one of the founding members of a toy economy, one of the founding fathers, if you will. He had a terrific stream. A round of applause for BG, Black Angus, KJ, Kevin Jahai Johnson. He had an awesome solo debut. He called it the purple tape to our Wu-Tang. So, a lot of fun. It was a really, really good stream. And I think the quickest stream of all the ones I was like, some of the other ones like 2-3 hours, great stuff, like friends of the channel and everything, but he had a really concise solo act. So shout out to him. Great album. Looking forward to more from you in the future. Before we move on, I just want to plug something that I did this week, and I reviewed a Mezco for once. It's my first Mezco G.I. Joe review. And I reviewed Snake Eyes, and it's a little controversial, but if you haven't seen it yet, thanks for supporting and checking it out and peeping the review. And I also talk a little bit about the Roadblock and Destro since I wasn't able to, so a lot of comparisons there. And it was a lot of fun reviewing something else for G.I. Joe, so really appreciate that. But guys, let's talk to some peeps in the chat, and then we'll get on through with it. All right, what do we got here? Oh, Vlad. What's up, man? I was going to give you hell if you didn't show up for this one, too. No, I'm just kidding. Good to see you, Michael. Good to see you. All right, we got Falafel. I like that name. Sabir, man, thank you. Hey, you skipping one of your workouts to hang out? Yeah, this is actually a Mark II design shirt that Mark sent me from one of his Joe Fest shirts. So shout out to Mark II Design. Chad Kinsler, what's good? What's good? What's good? We got some Spanish in here, Bobby.
Yeah, I used up all my Spanish at the intro, so
Come on, you're in Houston, Texas. Translate that. I give today 4 whiskeys. You're on to something there, Ken. You're on to something. We'll talk about that. We'll give a rating for the overall show, but we're definitely gonna whiskey rate everything. And of course, we gotta. Thank you, KJ, for shouting us out, and it was awesome. It was awesome to see. And we have another announcement on the YouTube channel coming soon. All right, let's dive on in. Actually, we're not even going to talk about G.I. Joe Classified yet. We're going to talk about this. The Wrath of Cobra, bringing smiles to Joe fans who own a Switch.
Sweet.
Who owns a Nintendo Switch here? We all do. We all won. And we're all day one buying this, pre-ordering it. It's probably going to be 60
Absolutely.
It's probably going to be like 40, right?
if it's anything like the Turtles,
It'll be
Revenge
like
of Critter, which it looked like, yeah, that's gonna be
It was like $30, right? Was it 30 or 40? It wasn't like a
30.
full.
You know, it's funny. I wasn't even thinking Turtles. I was thinking Double Dragon.
I mean, same vein.
Yeah,
Same.
I mean, I
Nice.
could never beat either game, so I don't expect to beat this one.
Is it safe to say, and I know a lot of people want a G.I. Joe version of Call of Duty, which is going to be really difficult for them to do. And maybe if they accept that the adult collector is the fan base, but as of right now, they're still going to push towards kids, which is still smart. And I think this is a good choice. But would you say this is kind of the G.I. Joe game we've wanted for a long time, Bobby?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, just short and sweet. Yes, yeah. Look, I would love like a Red Dead Redemption style, Uncharted style, G.I. Joe, which I think they could do that way. Both adult and kids. But I mean, we're not gonna get a Call of Duty G.I. Joe game anytime soon. So yeah, just. And you know what? This connects to our nostalgia for the adult collector. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. No, it's real cool. How you feeling about this spec?
It's colorful. It's retro. It kind of tickles that side scroller itch that's kind of become a little more popular since the Ninja Turtle game came out. I'm all for it. I mean, the way the video game industry works and the way they lose money and the way they don't spend money, we're not going to get that big budget Joe game that we all truly want. So I think that this slots in quite nicely.
Well, especially since Sony let off 900 people, and EA canceled Star Wars, and now Insomniac might be in trouble.
They're all. I have a buddy that's a programmer in the video game industry, and I mean, it's just like, for as bad as the music industry is, or as bad as I can complain about the film industry or whatever else, like the video game industry is just so slash and burn and cutthroat and piss money into the wind and brutal.
Gotcha. Baldy, bring us home with how you feel about, and then maybe just some of these images we're seeing, obviously the Cobra trouble bubble there.
I am freaking excited. Okay. I can't wait for this freaking game to come out. This looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it's exactly what you guys are talking about. This is a way to really tap into what we grew up with, and it's an easy game to share with our kids, right? Or the younger generation. It's a quick in, quick out game. I think this one's it's going to be a hit. It's going to be a hit as long as they price it right, they advertise it right. We'll be good. That's the thing with this property. It's like a few hit or misses when it comes to the other media. And they really do have to recognize that adults are the fan base, but if they want us to get the next generation involved, they've got to do stuff like this. I think this is a smart move. I think this will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and adults, we love nostalgia, man. I mean, this is perfect. Like, this is a perfect Switch game. I have the Nintendo Switch here. I'm sitting at this like little cheap house bar that I record from, and I have a TV here, and I would love to just, it's a sit at the bar game. You get the baseball game on that TV, and you're messing around with this. You don't have to like dedicate your whole afternoon like a Call of Duty thing or anything like that. This is a perfect pick up and play, and you can play obviously remotely on the handheld Switch too. So lots of cool stuff. You know, I'm not going to dive too deep into the game, but go ahead.
No, I just
That's
think
what I'm
I think it's cool. Everything I've seen, it's hitting the right beats.
Look at that. Inventions and everything. So really cool seeing Cobra robots and really cool stuff. Like they're gonna have obviously boss battles like you would in a TMNT. So yeah, this is super cool. So we're gonna switch over to just how we felt going in. Anytime it's a GI Joe fan stream classified, they own us, and they had to own us this one extra day of the year in this leap day. Shout out to Chaz the Guru. We were all waiting like this. But do you think that's a problem though? Is like because they've killed it so much that maybe our expectations are so high? Like, we preview these, obviously we see other previews, and some of the stuff that we thought maybe we'd see or whatever, we didn't really see a whole lot today. Like I said, it was more of an extension, a deeper dive into, GI Joe Day spec. Like, do you think our expectations might have been too high for this one, or are you just completely satisfied with the fan stream? And obviously we'll get into the specifics with the figs.
I mean, I wasn't disappointed. Maybe it would have been nicer to get one or two more render reveals, but I was fine with it. It was satisfying.
That's cool. Yeah. No, what about your anticipation, Baldy? Was like, were you expecting a lot more, or was this cool, or like,
I mean,
maybe it's so exciting. It is really like a holiday just to watch those guys for an hour, Lemily and Tony.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I really liked, I know we're going to get into it, but I did like that the Ferret was shown, little things like that. Felt like it was still a little more like some bonus information today, but the leaks, and I know that we're all part of it, right? And I know that I was sending out some funny Facebook posts.
We all did, yeah.
But that does kind of take away from it. It's almost like Christmas Eve, and you're getting to peek at one of your gifts, and then you have to be excited the next day. Do you know what I mean? Or pretend to be excited. I'm not pretending to be excited because it's cool once they have it in hand and they're showing it off to us. But I would have liked a little less leaks.
Yeah, for sure. Bobby, were you keeping up with the stuff last night? Because I was working, and then just one thing, I get home and then it says an hour ago, all those pictures that we're about to go over were already online already. Made my day a lot easier, but still.
Yeah. No, I was actually playing D&D with my company, which was actually a lot of fun. But I mean, and no, I knew the stream was coming out today. I saw some of the releases. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I was waiting more for today to get the official. Like, these are the I'm like, all right, cool. Do it up while I was doing the cardio.
Oh, so I was just gonna say the leaks didn't really impact like your enjoyment of this.
No, not at all.
No, that's what's up. Cool. We got the stream had a quality environment. I think they did. See, the thing is, they could literally, we love those three so much, they could go over wave 1 again, the nerf wave, and we'd be like, that was interesting. That was entertaining, because they're fun to watch. That's key. That's part of the key. They know they're fun to watch, and they live it up, but they also offer a lot of information, and they're not reading off teleprompters or anything like that. So a lot of good stuff there. We'll say what's up to a couple more people. JD, what's happening, man? JD onesie, I believe. And then me too. So the artwork of this show had Nemesis Enforcer, Marauder Sarge. I had the Thunder Machine. Maybe I built all the hype in my own mind here and didn't see it. But let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, I'm with you, Crimson Vader. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it would have been nice to maybe give us another name only for a vehicle. I agree. And then Kevin says, Emily and her attitude is perfect. I love her passion for the brand. And she educated herself on a lot of stuff because she brought some knowledge. She's not just saying, yeah, cool, or like generic stuff. Like she's offering detail. So it's crazy when people like bash her because what she's got like pink hair or whatever. It's just ridiculous.
People are dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and Toy Bounty Hunters, like, I'm gonna ignore social. Good luck with that. Social media is like an extension of us. But all right, cool. So let's break down the fan stream. We like again, you guys have watched a million streams. You've all seen these pictures. Feel free to comment in the chat about specific images. We'll roll them back if you want to like, deep dive into any of them. Yeah, this was me at work. Exactly. Had to be somewhere at 8:30 Pacific time. And I was like, yep, not watching it. And I didn't watch it till noon, but it was great because then I got to pause it and stuff and really enjoy it. But you know what, guys, before we even dig into the figs, Baldy, I gotta ask you about this packaging thing.
Bro, it's horrible. It looks like that cheap what was it, Walmart or Dollar Walgreens.
Yep.
It looks like that cheap packaging. I get what they're going for. It's a smaller footprint. It's going back to the windows, which a lot of people want. In some of the pictures, you can see that the artwork is on the side. So I know me and a whole bunch of other people kind of caught that. And, they kind of solidified that for us later today. But it's I'm not a fan of the packaging, but whatever. I open them, so I mean, my recycling bin's gonna like it.
Go ahead, Spec. What do you think about these boxes?
Selfie Series 3.0.
Yeah,
like, I'm not into it. The artwork on the side and the photo on the back, like, good. I'm glad that they kept that, but something just feels very generic about this design, which Chaz's meme states perfectly.
The Kirkland signature.
Yeah, but like Baldy, like I'm an opener, so it's all gonna go straight in the trash anyway. So
yeah, I mean, you are like Baldy in more ways than one. Look at you guys in the middle.
25 years.
Let's bring that other bearded guy with hair in here. Boxes, Bobby. Talk to me about boxes.
So look, I do keep, for the most part, a lot of my stuff in either inbox or I've kept my G.I. Joe boxes. I like the way they look. They've always had like really great aesthetic to them. When we had the windowless packaging, the great art. This looks like absolute trash, like fucking garbage. And what sucks is I kind of like having my Joe boxes, like the numbering system. This is going in the trash. Like this is absolutely like utter garbage. I can't think of anything garbage, like dumpster fire, shit. It looks like shit.
Where are the adjectives?
Yeah, like let me go. Let me put the thesaurus for a second here.
Hold on, Bobby. What do you give? How many whiskeys do you give the packaging?
0.
Yeah, exactly. Not even a shit.
You know what I give the whiskey I give this? I give it Wells liquor on a Thursday night downtown. There you go.
Yikes.
Like it's absolutely
in a paper bag.
In a paper bag. You know what? The bottle for this is plastic. There we go. The bottle for this whiskey is in a plastic bottle.
Oh man, Ollie's and Ross are thrilled with this packaging. Oh man. All right, do we have any more to say? I mean, the chat is going wild about this. Aaron, what's up, man? Tell us how you really feel. Iconic blood. 2 steps forward, 3 steps. Exactly. Like the 2 steps, that's perfect. So the 2 steps were the last 2 design choices. We were okay with them. Like we were actually okay with plastic-free packaging. We were okay with it. Like most people were. Like, I mean, they read the comments, but that's the thing. We know it's not up to level, right?
Yeah.
It isn't. It's a corporate like I think it was Chaz the Guru made a post and I said corporation's gonna corporate. Like they're always gonna. Hey, Mattel did the same thing. I did not like the Elite WWE Elite packaging, and it looks exactly like the one on the right. But here's the thing: you can actually see his shins. In the WWE one, it's almost at his waist, torso. You can't even see the legs on a WWE figure in their packaging, and it's somewhat plastic free. So at least we could see a little more of that leg. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I like that you can see the figure. It just doesn't. It's not nice packaging. It's whatever. I like when you highlight an artist. There's not a lot of media supporting this line. I mean, I know we got the new comic books, but they're not a direct tie-in. I like the artist tie-in. I would have liked at least. You know what would have cleaned this up is if they did the black and white background like they've been doing with the sealed figures. That would have made it pop if we saw like the portrait in the background. But whatever.
Yeah, and I think David Warren Hernandez brought up a good point about, I can't find the comment, but it was about the, oh no, here we go, I think. So Bert, we're going to show that package art with each figure, by the way. So we're going to show that stuff in case you haven't seen it. So perfect timing, Hasbro released the package art. Is it slip cover or wraparound? Yeah, it's like, because they showed some of this wide art, and I'm like, it can't be on the side panel. I mean, what do you think, Spec? I mean, where's it going to be?
I think you get the render photo art on the back, and then you get the illustration on the side.
Okay. Oh, but no, they still showed we still saw the back of the art for some of the stuff, and it was the photography on the back.
Well, I think some of that's render based on what I've heard them say. Like,
okay. What are we seeing, Baldy? You showing us something?
Well, wait, let's go with I think Mutt and Junkyard would probably be the best example. This is probably what they're going to do. You're going to get that main artwork here on the side, and then forgive the sticker in the middle, but you're going to get that in the back. So that's replacing what we've been getting on the, like the dioramas or whatever, the digital render on the front.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like instead of the loadout that we were getting.
Art was at a high before this. This is a slap in the face. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm glad they made that post with all the art, and that kind of brought us up a little bit, but maybe not on this live stream. Reading the comments, I was like, okay, they've made up for it. And like people are like just more confused. Chris says, "What's up? Lots of great stuff for pre-orders." Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk about all those name onlys and all that stuff. McMurphy, what's happening? Key part of Joe since the 80s was the character drawing and the art. The art drew you in, of course, right? And then now it's gone. You could flip through characters on a peg and see cool art. Now it's true. It's so true. But it's like people are complaining they can't see the figure and they're trying to save on it's just there's just too many people butting heads, and that's what we're getting right here. It's a combination of 4 different opinions, and we're so
it's crap.
Well, that's where I feel bad for the G.I. Joe team. Just like you said, their personalities, and they were just having fun with everything, but they can't catch a break with some of these collectors, man. Yeah, they're damned if they do. They're damned if they don't. So
yeah,
it's like, whatever. Ultimately, let's enjoy the figures. Like this one right here.
Take us through it. Talk about Tiger Force. How do you feel about Tiger Force in general for those who may not know how you feel, BaldyLockz, about the Tiger Force brand, and then talk to us about this image?
So when I was a kid, I hated Tiger Force. I thought it was awful. Then I came back around when they came out with Outback and Duke. I thought they were really well done. Bazooka. But then it starts to fall into, like, I just don't like this color scheme. I do think that they did a nice job with Roadblock again. Although you're going to get people commenting about the camo across his face. It looks like maybe he didn't have some Charmin with him out there in the woods. We're finally getting his Ma Deuce. But listen, Tripwire looks awful. I've taken crafts that look better than that color scheme.
Oh man.
I mean, I love Tripwire, and I know a lot of people have a special place in their hearts for Tiger Force, but this is where it's starting to jump the shark for me with the Tiger Force.
How do you feel about these scars? This tat scars on their head. To me, it's a nicer touch than what we got with Flint.
I mean, it looks good. It's not that bad. It almost looks like tiger claws, right? And it goes around his whole head. I think this is a good version of Delroy Lindo. I think he's really cool looking. But you know, I'm shocked that this was the first thing to sell out today on Pulse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what we're getting in a lot of the comments.
Yeah.
Bobby, did you pre-order any stuff off Target today, which would have just been this?
No, I have taste. No, I saw this, and because you know, our good friends Steven Sizer was like, "Hey, buddy," I'm like, "I'm good, thanks, man." I'm like, "This is garbage. This. I hate the only Tiger Force I like is the Recondo. I like the way that one looks. Other than that, they've all just looked like bad. That yellow, and I get why they're doing it. I get where it comes from. I get everything about it. It looks bad. That tripwire. Oh god. Because my whole thing, like, looking at my Joes right now, like they're supposed to be like covert, like going into the jungles, you know. And when you have like Peter Griffin in a clown costume showing up, I'm like, you know, maybe that's what they're thinking. Tripwire's like, hey, you know what? They're gonna be looking for you guys. Me, mustard yellow. No one suspects. It's like, oh my god.
Well, here's the thing. They did talk about how they're pushing the camo pattern into like a more modern style to gain like another color that they couldn't in the originals. And they called, Baldy talked about the Tiger Claw. They called the sophisticated design that they have the Tiger Claw. One thing is, I don't know if Punk or either Ryan are here. They're probably, Punk is doing his own interview or something, but gold blue with Michigan, because that looks like a Michigan Wolverines football helmet that he's got on. So I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, national champs, baby. But all right, moving along here. We're just seeing some other images, some other angles, some other looks. What is
that? That looks like, you know what Tripwire looks like right there? Like he fell into the condiments bar. It's like barbecue sauce, ketchup, and mustard, like all on him. And like, you know, we're also like, dude, what? He's like, shut up, I'm looking for the landmines. Like, you have barbecue sauce on you, man. Like, at least he looks cool. I mean, Roadbuck looks like, if that was a single figure, I'd get him because the gun, he looks badass. That tripwire looks like a hot mess. Good God.
Cringer stripes, Aaron calls it. And you're a Motu guy, so you got to think that.
I love it. That was great.
I guess everyone in the. What was that? Sorry.
That's a good call on the Cringer stripes. Yeah,
Toy Bounty Hunter was talking about just kind of why it sells. Well, we all know why it sells out on Pulse early, because they always tell you it's limited stuff that they're getting. At least they do that, right? So at least with G.I. Joe, they do that. So one of the biggest problems I have as a WWE collector is that they'll put stuff on Walmart and that's it. They don't put it on, and then they're starting to put stuff on Mattel Creations, but they're not there yet. And of course, we're going to talk a lot about that in March with the revelations or whatever, the revealed or whatever the hell it's called. But the thing is, at least with Hasbro here, and not for every figure, but they give you those limited quantity chances. So if you are a premium member, you do have that 1 hour and you get a chance. Yeah, people, it's sold out. It's like, well, it's not sold out on Target, but at least it gives you an opportunity to get it from Pulse. So I do give them credit. Target stuff isn't that hard to get, but Walmart stuff is really hard. So the fact that we have a chance on Pulse, man, really helps save some of the like Night Force line for me on this. Baldy, do you feel that way too? Do you go to Walmart, or are you cool with just getting on Pulse in the limited quantities?
No, I'm fine with the limited quantities. I also think that if anybody's really interested in this, like I think I'm gonna love Roadblock once I get him in hand. Tripwire, he's kind of like Dusty. You know, it's just not a color scheme you can get behind. But anyway, no, I think that I kind of like the exclusivity. I think they're really gonna dial in the production. So if you think you want this, I wouldn't wait and play the clearance game. They're really starting to dial in that production. I think there's going to be a lot of disappointed people next year when there's no G.I. Joe showing up at Ross.
At Ross and stuff. Yeah, and one other follow-up question, Baldy, is do you have the same underwear as Tripwire and Down South 7 here, this nice yellow?
No, I don't wear underwear. Do you guys wear underwear?
Right now, I'm not. After that comment. All right. All right, Spec. Bring us home on Tiger Force.
I think to Baldy's point in terms of quantities and numbers and not necessarily waiting, I think you just have to look at the Transformers line, which speaks to that. As some of the people we've had a little sidebar conversation, Target had the exclusive buzzworthy Bumblebee line, subline, and a lot of the cartoon versions or sub gap fill-ins for the Studio 86 series were kind of being released under that. And they always ended up on clearance, and we were supposed to get a standalone cartoon G1 Hound, and Target canceled the whole line. And now that Hound has been moved over to a 5-pack, and and fan channel exclusive, so it's not even going to be at Target. So I think, and that's one of their more popular lines, right? Like Transformers is pretty big for Hasbro. So based on that and stuff I've heard from a painter friend that's in the industry, it all goes back to the chat that we had regarding Ross months ago. Like, if you really, really want something, don't snooze on it. If you're okay taking the gamble and it never manifests and you never get it and you're cool with that, then cool, play that game. But
for sure, yeah. If you're on the fence and you're really on the fence, like maybe, then yeah, play the game. But if you're like, I really like this, but I'm gonna wait and save $10, then you might end up paying $40 more on Macari or something like that. So, but I think we're good on this. I did pre-order it from both places just to pre-order it. I mean, whatever, right? If I see it in Target first or whatever, that's cool. But I'll end. It doesn't matter if they got yellow underwear or piss on their head or whatever. I'm getting all the figures.
Well, they had that first hour coupon. You got a pack of Charmin with it. So,
my God.
Well, that's good because toilet paper is expensive these days.
Yeah, man, that was a deal, cuz.
Oh my God. Liquid says limited run exclusives is scalper heaven. I'm willing to bet this is why a lot of these sold. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Clearance is good for extras and repaints. Yeah, which is what this is. So if you're good with that, if you're not all in and you're like, if it's on clearance, I'll get it. I don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
So let's get out of here. It's just the packaging. We talked about that. And yeah, this is the new packaging. I like the Tiger Force logo there. It looks really nice, and it actually pops on the black packaging. So I'll give them credit on that. I do like some of the detail there. As far as I know, there isn't any crazy Easter egg. I think we do have another look at that. Yeah, we do right here. Was there? You said there was something, Baldy, in the back of the packaging. Was there any Easter egg? Oh, you were joking about one of the images from the photography, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't see any Easter eggs on this one. I'm sure there is. I didn't really inspect these. These started to go live on my drive home, so I didn't really get a chance to dive into it.
Gotcha right there. So see how that art, it looks way too wide to be on the side panel, I guess.
So
and then go ahead, Bobby.
I was thinking the art might just be like online.
Well, no, you just had the back in that last picture.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
you've got
Right.
that-
But
yeah,
we don't see it. We don't see the art, is what
no,
I'm
I think
saying.
the
So
art's only online now.
it's only online. It's an NFT.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Remember that word NFT? I never hear that anymore unless people talk about toy stuff. But
Well, you see this picture here on the left with the two of them together. If they did that in black and white behind the figures, that would pop.
That'd been cool.
Or
You're
even a like a muted color.
right, which is what they did in the I'll get to you, Bobby, but which is what they did in the packaging anyway when you pulled it when the plastic free, right, Bobby?
Yes.
But anyway, no, I was just going to you.
No. Am I the only one that thinks Tripwire looks like John Cena?
Very
He
lean.
looks
John
kind of
Cena.
like our
Peacemaker.
he looks kind of he's kind of thin. He looks more like Damian Lewis. A younger Damian Lewis from Billions and Band of Brothers and
I'm going.
what was the
I'm
other
going,
one?
I'm going to skinny John Cena. I'm going skinny John Cena, but that's also because I've been playing WWE 2K24.
Woo! You already loaded that up. I didn't have a second today to do it, but I can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna get back into reviewing video games again. Not on a toy kind of move, but on something else. So excited to talk about that. But that's Tiger Force, Roadblock, and Tripwire 2-pack. Oh wait, here he is. Did you miss all the 79 memes we just threw on here of yours? Those boxes need the color slash from the art in the bottom corner. It makes such a difference. Yep, but it also uses more cardboard. Are they trying to save on cardboard now? But yeah, I agree. I think we all agree. Cool. What else we got going on here? How long will Classified make a run for? I think KJ said today, and I'll get you guys' opinions on this. KJ said something like it could last longer than a Real American Hero, which was 82 to 90. Help me, 95? Right about that? 94? I got the omnibus and it says 82 to 94. Someone in the chat. 94, 95.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it was 90. It was mid 90s. It was right around Power of the
94.
Force.
94. I don't know why I doubt myself. Sometimes, guys, life is just hard. But look, so it was like 12 or 13 years that it lasted long. This is a better question. Marvel just had an anniversary. What, Bobby, isn't it 20 years?
Yeah.
Or they count Toy Biz or no?
I think they are counting Toy Biz because Toy Biz 2004. Yeah, so it's 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. So Classified's been here 2020 COVID. So
Yes.
man, if it lasts another 10 years, Lenny will still be jacked. He'll have a little more gray in his beard. He'll still have the tattoos. Emily will still have pink hair, but she'll still be cool. Man, 10 more years of Classified. They have enough figures to do it, but Baldy says no, Spec says no.
No, not unless they reinvigorate the brand. So, and what I mean by that is right now you've got people already waiting for clearance and Ross, and
I know, 4 years.
And we're 4 years in, and they're bitching about the Marauders, the repaints, So it's man, we were already dealing with the production issues. So most toy lines, I think, right now have like a 5 or 6 year lifespan. I don't count Legends in that because that thing's just a beast, and they've got the movies behind it. They've got cartoons behind it.
Yeah,
it's a machine. Listen, the demographic of G.I. Joe is only getting older.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole thing. Unless I have an idea. Lenny, Emily, give me a call. I think I got something for you. But listen, they have to go after that younger generation. So the video game is a good step, but you have to keep that momentum going.
It's good. Using
Yeah.
their social security checks. They already do. They already use their welfare checks. And yeah, go ahead.
You know,
Go ahead, Spec.
the one thing, like going back to Transformers, they have their IP spread out, right? So when my kids were little, they had this great cartoon, Rescue Bots, which a lot of people, when they heard that was coming out, the older fans were like, this is stupid, kids cartoon, whatever. Well, my kids were the perfect age and we watched it. And it was actually a really great cartoon, especially for little kids. And it got my kids loving Transformers and getting them the Rescue Bots toys. And then that kind of graduated them into, I think, Power of the Primes or Combiner Wars or whatever was just kind of starting to end. And then there was a hiatus, and then Siege came out, and we went into that hardcore, and then Siege kind of ended, but really just rolled over into the legacy line that's continuing on now, and all fit part and parcel. And now my nephew, who just turned 3, we just started getting him into Rescue Bots, and thanks to Ross, I was able to get him a bunch of Rescue Bots for his birthday, and then a couple of the mid-grade Transformers that are like, they say like 6 and up or whatever, and he's like obsessed with Transformers right now. And that's what G.I. Joe doesn't have. And it's going to be tough because, you know, transforming cars and airplanes, great for a 3-year-old. War toys, not so great for a 3-year-old, right? Like, I don't know if they can do like what Indiana Jones did when they tried to do that younger line that they had. I don't remember what it was called, but
the Adventure series.
Well, I thought the 6-inch was the Adventure series.
It was. Yeah. But look, there's a comment. Oh, go ahead, Spec. Yep.
No, I was just going to say that's what they need. And maybe Baldy has that idea, as he mentioned, but like you need something to hook the younger kids. And
it's not going to be this. It's not going to be comics, guys. Who reads comics? Like old guys like us, right? And women as well. So old folk. No young kids are not reading comics. They go to comic book store once a year, and it's free comic book day. Although there's so many kids on that day.
I will say that when Transformers comes out, I have them pull 2, and one of my sons buys one every month, and he's been reading that series.
Yeah, we talked about this on a previous show. The son of a nerd. Those are the exceptions. But I'm saying like and I mean nerd in a good way, nerd, geek, whatever. Like when we're the general public, I don't know if they're too big into their kids are too big into comics. But look, let's cover some of that stuff later on. I do agree with this though, guys. If they could get an animated run, that would be key. And make it like I think they were gonna do a Snake Eyes one. But they could just do a G.I. Joe and make it super animated, make it kiddie, forget us for once. Do it for kids and then do one for us too. Like a cool Netflix one or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see why they couldn't do one like the Voltron cartoon that just that ended 2 years ago? Like that was a great
3D.
Yeah, the anime-ish one. Great rebooting of Voltron. And yeah, I don't see why they can do it with G.I. Joe.
You know what part of the problem is? It's our age group can be very toxic.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as they start to deviate from what we want, right? There's all this online just toxic comments and campaigns and trying to get other things to fail. That's not my G.I. Joe. No, it's not your G.I. Joe. It's for the next generation. And that's what Transformers does right. And that's what some of the other franchises, I mean, Marvel's got little kiddie shows, and then they've got the MCU, so G.I. Joe can do it. And there's some great ideas that other people have. I think I have a home run. But, I need Emily or Lenny or somebody to give me a call.
Well, maybe we can make that happen. But look, this is half the battle here, is that the older we get, not talking about us specifically, big military guy right here, but I'm saying a lot of the older people, like, it has to be military. You want it to be for kids. It's got to be fantasy and sci-fi, guys. Come on, or anime or something. I like they're making really cool anime shows of American properties, right? Like we've seen X-Men anime, Street Fighter anime, like why can't well Street Fighter's Japanese, but you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that appeals to kids. They should do like that with G.I. Joe or something. Like anime would be the way to go, my opinion.
Absolutely.
All right. And yep, there you go. That's part of it too. There's a lot of that.
I like that
And,
Falafel said toxic, as in Tiger Force sucks.
I think that's okay. I think that's not so. That's fine. That's an
No,
opinion about
that's me. I keep saying that it sucks, but
yeah,
in hand, some of that stuff is great. But I don't want tripwire. I'll split that 2-pack with you, Falafel.
Advertise with airplane banners.
Watch our show. Watch our show.
Yeah, Arcane on Netflix. This is a great conversation, but all right, let's fly through some toys because
fantastic. Arcane was fantastic. The animation style in that was amazing.
The League of Legends stuff. Yeah, I didn't see it, but all right,
it's worth watching. I know nothing about the property, but it was a great series.
Well, that's great. They should do one for G.I. Joe. All right, Doc was a home run. But we should just get this out of the way. I asked, and those alternate gloves that you're supposed to come with were a cost-cutting measure that didn't. I guess the bio was up online, and the message got lost in translation. So it should have been the bio copy. It wasn't changed, so that's why it said it came with removable alternate hands. You know, obviously white gloves or something like that. And I don't know, Gridiron will make them. You can paint your own hands. I mean, someone actually had a great comment in one of Chris's 1,000 streams today. He said, go just get a Power Rangers Lightning figure and take one of it because they all got white gloves. So just take take a pair of gloves from them and give it to Doc. And I mean, I think they'll fit, right? So, but yeah, I mean, otherwise, we're not getting gloves, guys. That's it. But Doc, Bobby, how you feeling about Doc? Did you pre-order him? And if you didn't pre-order him, you did. Okay.
I got Doc,
well, yeah, go ahead. Talk to us about Doc.
I thought it was a fantastic figure. I mean, everything that he comes with looks great. And I was like 100% like, yeah. I was almost home, so I was stop sign pre-ordering. And they had to pull over and just like, yep, gonna get Doc and a few others. So yeah, 100%. That was great.
What do you love about it though?
That's just a dope ass figure. I mean, the fact that everything he comes with, and he's not a deluxe. That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of. That's major. That's huge. And the fact that look at the face deco. I mean the art of the sculpting on the face, the rolled up sleeves. I mean, everything about it is like, yeah, it's perfect. And yeah, David Warren Hernandez is right. That foldable stretcher that fits on his back is brilliant. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
And then Chris, it is Sidney Poitier. They call me Doc. No, it's perfect.
Well, let's talk about that stretcher. It actually fits on 2 different pegs if you want. So, and they showed 2 different ways. I don't know if we have the photos. We'll come back to these. No, I don't think we do.
Yeah, you just.
Well, we got like one. See how it's high on his back, and then the other one is lower. No, I'm saying I don't think we have one where it's. Oh, there's the. Yeah, you're right. Spec. We do see the peg holes right there, so you can have an option of. And you can, it goes upside down, so you could have the handle on the bottom and the handle. They showed it in the stream, but I only got the pictures from the website here. But let's Spec. Talk to me about Doc.
I mean, I don't think you can get any better than this. I mean, I know people want the full-on retro Doc, but I love the update. I love that they're using the modular pouch system that we're going to see on the 60th anniversary soldiers. I love that they differentiated that with different tampo and deco, like, the blue pen, the orange flashlight, the green tinted glasses from the cartoon, the fact that they gave him a taser and a flare gun, you know, but sticking with the pacifist storyline. Like, it's a gorgeous figure, and it's one that we've sorely needed in this line for 4 years now.
Yeah, Baldy, how you feeling about our guy Carl Greer here? I don't know if you heard me. You got on mute? Is he froze? Baldy? Hello?
I think did Baldy freeze? I think he
Am
froze.
I here?
There he is.
Froze. Oh yeah, you're waving. I guess
I was.
You did say-
I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, I asked you a question. Oh, I
Yeah.
was like, how do you feel about Carl Greer, Doc?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was answering that question. I could hear you guys the whole time. I think this is they nailed it with this, because this is the right way. This is classified to me, right? This is the updated figure from what we had as kids. I think they're saving the gloves and some of the other loadout for the retro version. But I do love what they did with that stretcher. It's a weird accessory to be excited about, but they really did a nice job with that stretcher. I really hope that it does actually fit within the Dragonfly like the original one did. And we'll have to see. But they did a really nice job. I love the flare gun. And is the other one a taser? Did we already say that?
Yeah.
That's Lenny said it this morning.
Okay. Yeah, I was in a meeting, so I missed the whole stream. Yeah, it was I don't know. They nailed this one. Who cares about gloves? You guys, all of us can customize gloves if we really want white gloves, but I mean, this is a killer figure. I'm really excited with how they updated Doc.
Yeah. JD Onesie has a comment for Spec about you posting pages from 109.
Yeah, somebody posted earlier, and I happened to have, the only comic books I kept from my youth were Transformers and G.I. Joe. And I just brought them back from my folks' house a couple months ago. So I ran and I was like, I know I have that issue somewhere. Flipped through it and found it and took a picture of that page that we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got
Yeah,
a
but
funny one in there. Jinx, that tattoo looks infected.
Oh, here we go. Let me pull out some.
Nobody noticed the arrow that's in her shin.
Yeah. Right. Then her knee almost. From the Night Creeper, I'm sure. They're telling a story here. So that's why I like they tell the story within the wave, which is really cool. So
Yeah, it's cool.
it's neat. Yeah. And then you know, they have that flexibility to create their own universe. So that's why they have so much fun. They don't have anybody telling them what to do. So Doc would be, except for packaging. They're like, oh wow, whatever, as long as we can have 50 accessories in the box. That was kind of the point I heard across Facebook with the packaging, was like, as long as all the accessories are still coming, I don't care. So Doc would be cool if the vest came off. Originally, didn't we think that was happening? We were told the plate carrier was coming off, and then I guess it, I don't know. I mean, we got some of the pouches come off, but I'm not sure. What do you think?
People think it doesn't come off.
It does. It does, right?
I think so. I think it's I think this is one of the first ones that it's supposed to unsnap on the sides.
Oh, nice.
Do we have a picture of him without the vest? That's the thing. We don't.
We don't. But I thought,
and they never mentioned it today, because I thought it was like his bag, almost like his vest was his bag.
Go back a slide. No, not
one
that.
more. You can almost say it.
Go back one more. Right there. Hold that.
Right there. Oh. Yeah.
Hold that. Yeah, it looks like maybe that pouch right near his armpit.
Yeah, those are pegs to me. I'm motioning like you guys can see my hands or something, but They
no,
look like the sides would pop open and then it would lift over
Yeah.
his
yeah,
arm.
kind of like
I
tripwire.
see.
Additional
Like a
armor.
real vet, like a real bulletproof vest or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
a real.
pretty sure I noticed that on the digital reveal, and I thought a few other people did as well.
Okay. Cool. I'm way behind the chat. Let's see what we got here. Let's hope he doesn't need the helmet to make the glasses stay on. Are there any pics of him with glasses on without the helmet?
Yep.
Well, he's holding them in one.
There's,
Yeah,
one right
Yeah,
there.
right there on the right. Ba, ba,
Woo!
ba, ba, boom. All right, what else we got for today? There's a lot of comments about Doc. He's a big favorite today. Oh, there's a comment here. We talked about a video game. I don't think it's going to be like one of those big successful Call of Duty. Like it's gonna come and go, but we're gonna be thrilled with it. I mean, I think it's a good step. Is the Wrath of Cobra, but yeah, Liquid Identity. You know about Wrath of Cobra, right? And then we already got this one. There was a couple other comments about like other things we'll talk about later. Let's see what we got. Okay, cool. Well, a simple boil and pop. Yeah, well, it shouldn't have to be that way though. That's custom stuff. All right, cool. I think that's good for Doc. And then the sunglasses are translucent. So we see that in some of the other pictures. And then obviously you could see that the taser holsters on the side as well as the back, like we see right there in that picture with the poor shock. But yeah, I think that's good for Doc. We're good on it. So one thing actually was like whiskeys, but you guys were bashing Tiger Force so much that I forgot to ask. Baldy, we'll start with you, our guest. Tiger Force, the twin pack. I think part of me forgot about it because they showed it a million times. But how many whiskeys would you grade that?
I would probably go with a watered down whiskey. I'm just not. Listen, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Roadblock and his loadout, but I don't want to pay $55 for it. Could this be the first set of figures that I skip? I'll already tell you no because I pre-ordered it. I did pre-order one.
Okay, so one watered down whiskey spec. You're a whiskey guy. What do you give? And you like Tiger Force too. So what do you give this?
I like Tiger Force. I'm gonna give it 3.75. I didn't give it my opinion. I love the Roadblock. I'm hoping that the tripwire looks better in hand. I'm not sold on that new camo pattern. I wish that they would have kept it more simple like the older Tiger Force guys. But and I'll keep my fingers crossed that it's a lot more striking in person.
Yep. And I think we already know Bobby's score. He already gave us the score already. It was like, was it one? What was it? What was the name of the brand?
Here's a good way of putting it. I will give it as many whiskeys as hair as Spec has on top of his head. Okay, 0. All right, that is a.
There's got to be one up here somewhere, right?
that is a 20-year-old going into a liquor store with a fake ID, buying plastic bottled whiskey to put in some like trash can punch juice. That is a 0. That is damn near garbage. Actually, you know what? I'll give it a 0.5 because the Roadblock looked kind of cool, but other than that, garbage.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll go 3.25. I think it's fine. It's good. I'm collecting all of them. It's not gonna. It's gonna sit with my Tiger Force guys, and it's fine. I do like. I'm a big fan of the Tiger Claw paint on the head, but other than that, the yellow underwear is very questionable. All right, before we give whiskeys to Doc, who is a pacifist, probably doesn't drink, but he does pimp all the ladies. All right, we're getting a look at this fresh, gorgeous packaging that you guys all love, but looks, like a starter military line packaging. Now that I look at it here, not very good, but that's what we're getting. And then a better look at the background. Maybe Dragonfly or 2 in the background. They look a little smaller than that, but burning place and nothing. We don't really have any Easter eggs on this, do we?
Not that I see. No.
No. And there's Bobby's NFT right there. I'll send you a Venmo request for it later after the show. Look at that. We're getting accused of being toxic. Imagine that. 4.9 out of 5. Michael.
Wow. Okay.
2.7. Yeah. All right. Doc. This is gonna be much higher than the Tiger Force, I'm sure. We'll go with you, Baldy.
Oh, Doc?
Doc whiskeys, baby.
I'm gonna tell you that I would probably have enough whiskeys to be drunk and wake up with a bunch of pre-ordered Tiger Force Roadblock and Tripwire.
Nice.
I think they knocked it out of the park with Doc. I mean, I'm happy with that one. I'm excited.
Yeah. Out of 5?
Oh yeah, that's a 5.
A 5 out of 5 spec.
4.75 out of 5.
Respectable.
I love your score. I might steal it, but we'll go to Bobby next.
I see the exact opposite of my Tiger Force. It's a 5. I mean, I'm trying to think of like, what I could deduct from it, and I mean, the only thing I could deduct from the figure is the trash packaging, but the figure is so good that I'm not. Yeah, this right here. Here we go. Doc gets 5 whiskeys. The packaging gets 1 Colt 40. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That had me laughing, man. That nailed it.
All right.
Fantastic. Yeah, exactly. Cool. The figure itself, it looks perfect, spot on. Takes a medic and makes him look badass. Perfect. Packaging looks like he's coming from Walgreens. But regardless, 5 out of 5.
All right. Well, look, no glove, no love. 1 out of 5 whiskeys for no. I don't care about the cost. I'll go 4.75 for Doc. He's one of the highlights of the day. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can top it, but I think she has a chance. It's Jinx, man. Jinx is isn't she lovely? Wow. My goodness, Baldy, talk about Jinx.
Jinx. I will say that when I got Jinx as a kid, I was not a fan at all. But her comic arc in the Chuckles Last Laugh, they really fleshed out her character. I think they did a really nice job here updating her. Who cares about whether she has sleeves or not? You're going to get that in the retro version. They did a really nice job with this. I'm excited. We finally get, I think, a proper female ninja. I like Helix. She's not really a ninja, though. And then the blue ninja and
Viper.
I can't think of the one from the movie. Oh yeah, and Viper. Viper was a fun one, but they're all the same mold.
Vipra.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, he repeated you and said Viper. Vipra Island.
And then you're thinking of Akiko.
Yeah, Kiko. They all use the same mold, the blue ninja, Kiko, and Vipra. And thankfully we get a new mold here. I like it. I think it looks like a good figure. Out of the wave, she's not stealing anything from Doc, but she's a great looking figure.
I got you. But Spec, are you worried about the wonky knees?
No, I mean, mine have all been fine so far. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a super, super strong wave. And Jinx is the winner by far of this wave. As far as I'm concerned, the perfect classified figure, the perfect updated figure. There's no complaints about this whatsoever.
Can we get this out of the way? I'm hearing that it's not a Naginata, and then I'm hearing that it is. Who knows? In this, one of you guys, who knows if what that spear is? That trident looking thing. Aquaman. Come on, Bobby, you're a DC comic guy. What is that thing?
I have no idea what that is.
Trident spear. I guess Naginata. Like someone said, it isn't. I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. Someone in the chat, educate us on
Let's look at
the Naginata. And it's K-Wish. It is the Naginata. Okay, well, someone else not updating the staff to something better. I don't know. I think it's cool. Oh wow, look who joined the show. Baldy, thanks for hanging out and watching us. Appreciate it.
I don't know how to join the chat while I'm in the show. I had to pick up my phone.
Yeah, it's all good. Man, look at that tattoo, Bobby. What do you think of the one on the left?
I mean, I won't lie. I didn't pre-order her. I might get her later. But she does look fantastic. The one thing I've got it like Classified does damn near everything right. The way they do the tattoos, like with rock and roll and the dreadnoughts, and now Jinx, they're fantastic. They're so detailed, but so tiny.
Yeah,
so tiny, but it's that looks great.
No, it's incredible. You see the cherry blossoms on top of the dragon right there on the left too. So I guess they did miss the elbow joint, because they could have had a full sleeve going. So maybe that was just really, I'm gonna say that's like a cost thing. It's just really difficult to do, So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool. Right. I got another set of slides. Here we go.
I'm also hoping that they're starting to like with the tattoo, the color. It looks like she's had the ink for a while. That's typically my only complaint with the tattoos is that they all look like they're fresh from the studio. And it looks like maybe they're dialing in the color on that to make them look like they have a little bit of fade.
Gotcha. Hey, we got a big comment here from one of our favorite people that watches our show. So BaldyLockz says, chat neighbors, I'll give away a figure if we get 100 likes.
Is it Tiger Force Tripwire?
2 pairs of mustard colored underwear too.
No, I went through my extras and I've got quite a few extras. So if this show hits 100 likes, I'll pick a figure. I'll send it. We'll figure out how Travis can just, I don't know, screenshot somebody at the top and make a pick. If we get 100 likes and somehow my subscriber count goes up 25 subscribers, I'll make the figure Range Viper.
Oh, okay, nice. All right, I like it.
All right, so give them some likes, guys.
Here we go. Yeah, look, we had up to 77 or 80 people watching. If you all like it, we'll probably hit 100, and then you can win a figure, right?
Yeah.
I don't really make any money doing it. Just like it. It's like whatever. Just hit the freaking thumb button.
Yeah,
right?
My mom told me to clean my room, so I have to get rid of one of these figures.
Yeah. All right. Well, great comment, Baldy. We appreciate you checking us out in the chat room. Else we got another pick. I'm gonna stop looking at Jinx, man. This is a good one. So, and our dude KJ earlier had a great. Actually, well, KJ, I'll shout him in a sec. He had a great stream earlier, and he talked about the double elbows that are there, double pinless elbows, which is a big advancement for our lady fig. So you can see the tattoo there, Bobby. We were talking about it, and now it doesn't look so bad from that angle, right?
No, it doesn't look from the straight on angle. No, and I think it's because it's just easier to apply the artwork that way. And I know this is always like a point of contention for a lot of people. Like when you have like boots that are like one color, but then you flex the ankle joint and it's a different color. It's like the fact that in the picture with like the white background, her arms turn and the tattoo, like it's plastic. It can't move like real flesh.
Yeah.
I think for
it won't be
so I didn't need to get up on that. Was hilarious though. Yeah,
that's one of the few I don't have, and I actually found him at Target. The box was open. I pulled it out. I'm like, let me see what he looks like, if he's really that bad. I pushed it back in, put it back on the shelf, and said, nope, I'm good. I'm saving my money. But no, like just the fact that they have this tattoo on her arm in such detail looks just absolutely amazing. And for what we're paying for and everything, she looks great. She looks great.
Yeah, and I mean, to add that kind of a paint app, Bobby, and still give us some shading. I think let's see if we have any pictures with the shading on. You can see the different shading on the leg. Of course, she had a GI Joe logo. I think it would look ridiculous if they did that logo on here, which was scrapped anyway, right? Wasn't that logo scrapped, or maybe even Spec would know. With a GI Joe logo, because she didn't have it in the O-ring.
She had it on the O-ring.
No, on the O-ring, I don't think.
Was it on the artwork? There was
artwork. It was in the artwork. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I think people are going to be really creative with this figure. Again, I think they nailed it with her. It's a fun female ninja.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do want to shout out Shark Eyes, dude. Adam, we saw you on Punk with Toys last night. You're fun, man. We got to get you on a Toy Kind of Mood. Did a great review of Metalhead, so congrats on that. And yeah, you were a blast to check out. So big shout out to Shark Eyes, dude. Oi, oi, oi. All right, what else we got? I think we're good with Jinx. All right, let's see the breakdown. Yeah, we get a lot of accessories, is what I was saying. So
yeah.
A lot of cool stuff comes with her, despite all the extra paint and the new scan, the new photo reel, and then the lovely packaging. But at least she's red, and she's striking with this packaging. She's saving the packaging for sure.
I like how they put the pugilist sticks behind her.
What do you mean on the? There you go.
In the render.
Gotcha. And the render. Yeah, gotcha.
They gave her an Easter egg. That's from the movie. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice find. Well, we got you here, man. Cool. Well, there's that NFT for Bobby. All right, whiskey time. Jinx, BaldyLockz Reviewz.
I like a strong female character. I think she looks pretty cool. I think we're all going to be pretty creative with her. I'm going to give her. Let's go with the 4 whiskeys. I'll go 4 whiskeys.
Okay, strong score, Spec.
5 and make it a double.
Damn, girl. Wow.
He's like, give me a double. Go ahead, Bobby.
He's like, yes, queen.
Beautiful Bobby Bear guy.
4.5. She looks great. I didn't pre-order her only because I have no real attachment to her. But after reading A Real American Hero, I will be definitely probably buying her when I see her because her appearance in the comic book is a really great shot. So yeah, 4.5. I'll probably end up getting her eventually.
Copy that. 5. So 5. I had to just even, a lot of this was like, I was on the phone with Tony, and we kind of like because they ranked it last night as far as like their 5. And I was like, I gave them just through a number, and it's like probably way different after like digging into all the photography and the digital rendering and the different, seeing it in hand with Emily and Lenny and Tony. So yeah, it's way different, and like kind of digging into the details. So I was like, nah, this thing's flawless. I got no complaints at all. At least with Doc, I had gloves that were cost cutting. Here I'm like, she's bad. So
and she's got a second set of hands. So Doc didn't get that.
You're right, but he did come with a stretcher, and he didn't. And like Bobby said, he's not deluxe. Comes with a full stretcher that folds, fits on his back. So pretty impressive. Solid. Another impressive fig though. Like Spec said, this wave is completely strong. There's going to be a lot of high grades here. Night Creeper. We'll go with you, Spec. What do you think?
Love it. I loved the Night Creeper as a kid. I loved what they did with this version of it. I ordered 4.
God damn.
Yep.
Bobby, how many did you order? 1, because I've got Ashley who's going, you bought what? No more. I have to like hide my shit now. I got 1. It looks badass. I like to stay married. So,
I like to live on the edge.
I too like to live dangerously. Actually, she told me, so real quick, she told me how much she spent on her supplies. I'm like, hey, that's how much I spent on, that's my toy, like, for April. She goes, it fucking better not be. I'm like, no. No, honey.
No,
This looks fantastic. I thought this looked dope as shit. I might, if I see, once mine comes in, I probably will. If I see it in the wild, I'll probably pick up another one because it looks too cool. It really does.
absolutely, for sure.
I keep saying I'm not going to army build anymore, and then they keep making these. How can you just get one?
I don't know if you treat him like an individual character, like Grunt, but army building is a way that G.I. Joe Classified they've really been pushing that since people wanted that since the Cobra Island Viper, right? People were screaming for army builders. I see this as like a small group. So I think 4 is a good number, Spec. I think 4 is a good number. Solid, even number. 3 would
you give one the alternate head to make him the leader until they actually come out with the leader, and then boom.
Yeah, that was a hint today, right? Spec Day, Tony, but then they kind of joked about it because is that even a thing? Is there a Night Creeper leader, or they were kind of like coming up with it? It is.
Yeah, he came out in Ninja Force. There was a Night Creeper leader. I wouldn't be sad if they never released him because he was blindfolded and he was in these gaudy, bright orange, almost Tiger Force like outfit. He didn't fit in with the rest of the Night Creepers. It was like, why is this dude in bright orange leading a bunch of purple ninjas? Like, it didn't make sense to me.
No.
All right. Here's a comment for Bobby. It's going to be great when the Dragonfly shows up at the office. Brilliant.
When that shows up, I have to make sure I run downstairs and yoink.
Yeah, but you guys are going to have to contend with the vamp first.
She's gonna walk in. She's like, wait, this is new shit. Where did all this come from? It's been here. It's been here.
You could be like my kids. My kids, the first thing they do when they walk in the door from school every damn day, if I'm not picking them up, or even if I am picking them up, what figured you buy? What figured you get? What'd you get today?
Dad, you got a box. Dad, you got a box.
A package could come and could be the thinnest little envelope. What figured you get?
That's awesome.
We do want to ask you this then. Which is your preferred Night Creeper look? Left or right here?
Oh, definitely left.
Okay. Seems to be the consensus, huh?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this head sculpt, but I kind of like what you guys were saying. Make this the leader, right? It's kind of cool looking. I'm with it. It's not too bad, but no, I had the classic. I was looking for them. I have a case. I know I have one. I have my original one, but I don't see it in my case right here. But anyway, it's a cool look. It almost looks. Is it supposed to be reptilian on the top? It almost looks like scales.
I don't think so. This helmet is. I mean, maybe. I know that head sculpt is derivative of. I forgot. There was another Night Creeper that was also Ninja Force, I think, that also had gaudy colors, and I thought it was neat that they ganked that and put it as part of this guy. But maybe you're right about the scales. I'm not sure.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Well, let's talk about the two swords. So they actually mentioned something we didn't notice before in the prior renders was that one of the blades, and you can't actually tell in this picture. So let me get out of that one. Here it is. There's green tinge to the metallic, they said, and it's the poison. So like a green mist. And then obviously they have that other dragon sword. bladed sword. So that's really cool that they added that green to the metallic. I don't think that was there prior. It was a nice change. You could see it there, kind of shining, right? It really pops with all the different colors going on. So nice touch.
Yeah,
Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But shout out to Tony on the paint. I messaged him right after I saw this when I was watching the replay, just the two-tone on the elbow wraps, the gauntlet, and then the three-tone camo. Really nice job, getting that color. And I liked, he was kind of a theme for Tony through the whole fan stream, talking about different faded paints, kind of working on that. Like this faded paint, we'll talk about Torch. We'll talk about, what was it, Pork Belly, some of these other things that he was talking about. He's really proud of some of these faded paints, and we're getting that here. It's not like, it really adds to the grittiness and the realness. And that seems to be kind of with this wave, it's like a real grit, and it throughout, even with Doc, right? It's just kind of like there's some kind of grittiness running through this whole thing. So really, really cool look. And then, the packaging that we all love. There it is. But at least the red Cobra symbol looks nice on the packaging compared to that Joe Star, I guess. And then there's the back. What do we got back there, Baldy?
I don't know. They're creeping up on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What that almost looks like it's the torch of the Statue of Liberty.
It is.
Yeah. And they're climbing up quietly. I have no idea, man. I don't know what to make of that artwork, but it is pretty cool.
Nice.
Somebody pointed out in the chat though that the helmet is the V2 Night Creeper helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I discovered boobs when V2 Night Creeper came out. And I was not playing with G.I. Joes. So I was playing with something else.
I just loved Bobby's reaction. So I had to, I don't know. I missed it, but yeah.
I put in our chat, I put a link to the Night Creeper leader and to the V2
I saw.
Creeper.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. Yeah, it's bizarre. It's like you said, it's Tiger Force stripes, and like he's got some kind of handkerchief on his head or something. It's some wraps on his head. It's weird. Yeah. But they'll make it cool. They always do. They classify it up, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
it's too bad we didn't get this art on the package, because it even has the green metallic on the blade there. So yeah, it's a shame. All right. Whiskey time, Night Creeper, Baldy.
I'm going to go with a 4.25.
Lovely.
Yeah.
David.
So a little bit above a 4.
4.9.
What the hell? You're breaking the scale here.
That's what I do.
Always got to be different. All right, Robert.
4.5. It looks dope as hell. Yeah, it looked dope.
Mm-hmm. I agree. 4.5. Not quite Doc, not quite Jinx, but close, man. Real good army builder. Really, really dope. The V2 head sculpt, it's something nobody asked for, but we'll love it. And then the different camo colors and metallic. Some people think this is perfect. I mean, I think they even said that on the fan stream and some of the other live stream follow-ups. People are thinking this is perfect. So if we're giving it like in the 4s or 4.9, then it's and other people are giving it 5s, and good stuff, man. So let's get into Dreadnought territory. Will we? Baldy, let's talk to me about Torch.
Well, I was looking for my Motorhead t-shirt and I couldn't find it. Dude, I mean, this screams the 80s, right? We got and they definitely really embraced the Lemmy look, right? They really went Motorhead with Torch.
They said it on the stream. They weren't hiding.
I mean, they said it.
Yeah.
They said it's out of a Motorhead album cover or whatever. Yeah, and they were.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I still, even when I was a kid, I thought that. He kind of reminded me of.
Let me get.
That's cool.
I mean, this is mine from a kid. He didn't get a lot of play time because at that point I had realized how easy the crotches would break, But yeah, I think they nailed it. They nailed it with this guy. He looks really cool. I think, though, if you know what, put me back up on screen. There's I could kind of see what they were doing with his boots. They're kind of close, but that would be my only complaint. But no, I think they killed it. He looks like he walked right out of the Blue Oyster Club from Police Academy. He looks like somebody that Swayze would have fought in Roadhouse. He screams 80s. We thought this was badass, right? In the 80s, we thought guys, oh God, these guys would kick our asses. But then we saw Police Academy 4 and we realized, okay, maybe not.
Gotcha. Bobby, what are you thinking about Torch, man?
He's fucking dope as hell, man. And Zen's right. Like, you know, this is straight motor. Like, I've got Ace of Spades playing in my head right now. I also have like Judas Priest, you know, Hellbound for Leather going on because it's kind of giving me that Judas Priest vibe. But it looks amazing. It looks, you know, like the different fire blast, which they said that you could like do for posability for stop motion.
3 levels of fire. Emily said there's 3 levels of fire, so that's usually we just want one blast effect, and they're giving us 3 different levels. That's freaking insane. So
and I did like the fact that Lenny, I like the fact that Lenny made a point to show, look how rigid the plastic is. It's not going to droop on you. I'm like, all right.
Oh, that was important too. You know, a lot of people complain about QC and all this, and they're listening, they're understanding. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a year to fix problems. Maybe 6 to 8, 10 months, but they're working on it. So the stuff that we saw with the missile, but it droops down with the bazooka and his tank and with the freaking drone that came with scrap iron. There you go. Yeah, those all like were dripping down. So hopefully this one doesn't, right?
Yeah, and the fact that right now, if you're reading Cobra Commander, the Dreadnoks are starting to play a big a big part in that.
And they're brutal.
They're brutal. I love it. I love it. Oh, but yeah, this he does look like he's coming out of the Blue Oyster bar, and you know, maybe he is. Maybe he's fluid. Who knows? But a lot of leather, and a lot of leather, a lot of chains, and it's fucking perfect.
Right, and Bobby, he just can't spell. Because remember, we had that whole thing on our show where we're like, they spelled Knox wrong, and then someone was like, "Oh, Lenny." I guess we got intel maybe from Jeremy Kimberlin or like Red Dreadnought Ryan or something like that. And they're like, "Oh no, he's gonna talk about that in the future or whatever." And yeah, he did. He doesn't spell right, and that's why he added the C to the Dreadnoks. You know, that's pretty much the story there.
Again, it's the little things like that. Like that's perfect.
You know what nobody's really pointing out is and it's the little things, like you just said. The fire tattoos on his arms because he's Torch, right? That's not something that we've seen before. And that's such a cool little added bonus. There's going to be a few people that don't like it. I like it.
There you go. I think that's a good look at those tats. You can see right there with the wrapped in chains and everything, and real dope right there. And then the big thing today is the glasses. They're molded on, so they were listening about that. And then you're getting that. Hey, you complain about the glasses, you're getting the one look. You're never gonna see Lemmy's face. He's wearing those shades, but all for the better, in my opinion. He's iconic. And yeah, if they ever do a retro carded one, that's it. That was our chance to get to see his face, because it would have been classified. In retro card, it's going to be, obviously it's going to be shades molded on too. So one
Yeah.
less thing for them to have to spend money on and worry about, right? So hopefully, you know, we did see the glasses with Doc. They're on without the helmet and everything. We talked about that. So we still will get removable shades in the future. Of course, the Sergeant Slaughters of the world and stuff like that. But they tried something different with Buzzer and Ripper, and it, you know, Ripper wasn't that bad for me, but it seemed to be the opposite with some people. Like Buzzer's glass worked great for some people, didn't work with, you know, Ripper's didn't work. It was kind of like all over the place. But this, you just don't have to worry about it. It's molded on. That's the, you know, getting the iconic torch look, and that's it. So there it is. Cool. And then one other thing we didn't talk about, Bobby, was that skull that you see on the flamethrower there, on the end of it, the design, and then you got the flames exhausting out of the eye.
that.
Stone Cold Steve Austin logo, kind of. And they're wrestling guys. Remember that, Lenny and Tony. So.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we're good on Torch. We love them. And there's another look right there. Pretty badass. Liking that look on the right. That's probably how we're going to have them posed a lot, right? On our da-na-na-na-na. And then the packaging. And then here we go. We got grape soda. We got a death cycle. What else we got in the background, Baldy?
We've got a Cold Slither Tour 1985 poster in the background. I mean, and that's the Dreadnought. That's the New Jersey garage. So that's what that throwback is. I think I don't know. I love this. I love everything about it. I like that he's got flame patches on his rear end. It's amazing. They really did a nice job with this.
Flames on his ass pockets.
Yep.
I need a pair of those. They still make jean shorts, like some Daisy Dukes with that.
The jorts.
I'll wear that to Joe Fest.
Gotcha. Okay, and then the file. That's a good look there, Jeremy. I just mentioned you because you're a brain for this stuff, man. A lot of clean skin purists will hate it. Tat up people want to buy Lenny a beer. I like that. All right, one last take on this packaging, guys. Spec, you want to dive in on this before we give it some whiskish?
I mean, the render on the back is cool, and the artwork on the side is cool. It's just the rest of the packaging looks like trash, which it will be.
Oh, so this is a good call because we didn't see the skull without those flames. So we hope they're removable. They did not mention that on the stream either, did they? So
That's a really good call.
Yeah.
Good call there, Liquid. And Torch is your figure of 2024 so far. So yeah, it'll be interesting what we think about whiskeys. So far we have like nothing for the Tiger Force. It's in the 3 somewhere or zeros. We got 5 for Doc. Most of us do, or 5 for Jinx, where those are kind of head to head. And then we like in the 4 somewhere for our Night Creeper. So what about Torch, Baldy? Dreadnought
Torch, boots aside, he's a 6 whiskeys for me.
Oh, really breaking the scale.
So I'm going with Jeremy on this one. It's very early in the year, but this could end up being the figure of 2024.
I realized I had the order wrong, so we'll go back to Spec. Yeah, I got Spec.
Man, he's a 5. When they were doing those reveals, he was like the champion until they showed Jinx. So he's a winner.
Cool. All right, Bobby. The 5, you used to be known as the 5 Bible or 5 Whiskey Assassin, and you've given 1 5. Does it continue?
First off, huge Chavez. But 5. God damn it. It's like it's such a badass fucking figure. What's up, Tony? That I want to find something wrong with it, just so because you were. I can't. I could be a dick and like, well, the glasses don't come off. No, I don't give a shit about that. Keep the glasses on. I don't care.
That's when people are going to be like, well, the glasses don't fit in there.
Exactly. They're
they're
going
messed up.
like
So
the
yeah.
tats, the face sculpt, the flames on the back pockets on his ass, the flamethrower itself with the skull. I mean, it's like everything you could want on a figure. It's just screw it, fucking 5.
Nice. All right. Man, you guys are killing it. I'm gonna go because I already went high on some other stuff. I'll go 4.75. I think the one thing is I was talking with our friend right here, Tony, about those Mindbender boots, and I don't hate the choice because at least he can still sit on the ride on the pig because the boots are just shin boots. So they don't get in the ways of the knees. But it's reuse. You got to do it in order to pay for stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's missing something. Like something. I don't know. Maybe it is the removable look or an alternate look, or there's something like I don't know what it is, but 4.75. It's still amazing. I still have it up there with Doc or whatever. So I would edge Doc like by a sliver over Torch. But originally I thought Night Creeper was better, but going through this renders and kind of thinking about it, Torch is so close to perfection for me. But
I might know what's missing.
what
I
is
actually don't think the boots are that bad because they're, like I said, they're pretty close to the original.
Oh,
Yeah.
wrong. I meant to highlight you. Yep, there you go. They are close.
they're
Yeah,
very
so I didn't
close.
think that was that bad. Yeah.
I think it's the color of the boots.
Oh.
I bet you if you
Hmm.
change the color of those boots just a tad, maybe even throw a little flame effect on them.
Mhm.
Not very subtle. It's got to be like a black effect, not the orange and yellow.
Right,
Nothing,
right.
nothing that would maybe think, hey, I put on some Tiger Force boots. It's got to be subtle, but hey, I think that's what it is. It might be the boots, just the coloring of the boots.
Yeah. And I guess McFly, what's up, dude? Good to see you. You kind of bring up a good point. It's like, well, we have the glasses coming off here. We have the glasses coming off here. And it's the third Dreadnought of the original trilogy. And we don't have the glasses coming off. But then I think they're listening to the community. The majority was like, we hate these glasses. We hate, but the faces were cool. I think Buzzer and Ripper's faces were dope. So I think maybe that's the thing. I want to kind of see I kind of want to see what's behind the shades. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not where we're gonna get. Tall boots are perfect for him to walk through the shitty burn. That's a good point too.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
yeah, there you go. And then the head sculpt may have been done before the decision to start removable. So yeah, there's a good point there. Okay, cool. So yeah, 4.75, big score. We have like almost 80 people watching, so I do want to point this out. Baldy said chat neighbors, I'll give away a figure if we get to 100 likes. So if you're watching and you're having a good time like we are and doing the whole whiskey thing with us, please like the show. Tell your friends to watch it.
And guys, I
That'd be really
said if my subscriber count goes up by 20, I'll make it a Range Viper. I have an extra one. I'll make it a Range Viper.
Nice. Range Viper. All right, cool. So I'm going to get into a couple more questions before we finish off these reveals. Alex, I don't know if you're still with us. I apologize, but it says, since Marvel Legends did the 2-pack of Baron and a hood, do you think, Baron Zemo with Arnim Zola, the 2-pack of Baron, do you think Classify will make a hooded Cobra Commander? Oh, this question. Baldy, we've already talked about it, right? We've all talked about it, so we'll go to Baldy. True. We already talked about this on the Marvel Legends stream.
Yeah, why wouldn't they make a hooded Cobra Commander? I mean,
You tell me, Baldy. I'm asking you.
Let's go, guys. Yeah, listen, I'm a huge fan. I knew that question was going to come up tonight. Dude, they're that's what's crazy about the 2024, the toy community. You guys we're basing this off of some idiot director from 2009 that wanted to be a social justice warrior. Okay, there's nothing about this. Listen, I'm a minority, right? We have a lot. I have a ton of friends that are minorities that are G.I. Joe fans. They don't see anything wrong with hooded Cobra Commander. Okay, so I'm not speaking for everybody, but come on, guys. This has got to stop. It's fine. It's part of the lore. It's part of the history. It's a huge part of the character. It's fun. He's a bad guy, okay? And then he doesn't even have to be a bad white man that's wearing a hood, right? If you go off the cartoon, he's a serpent guy. So who like
right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of silly. And then the fact that people say, oh, since 2009, they're not going to make a hooded Cobra Commander. No, they made one as recent as 2017.
Yeah.
So I don't listen. Our community is loud and they're listening to us, right? That's why Torch does not have glasses. That's why they keep going back and forth with these box changes, because people want it to be environmentally friendly. Then they want, they want artwork. They want the windows. That's the thing. This one team at Hasbro is listening.
Yeah.
They're actually listening to the community. So if you guys want a hooded commander, keep talking about it. And there's nothing wrong with it. Celebrate the lore of G.I. Joe. At least that's my stance.
Baldy hit some great points. And look, y'all know me. I'm probably the most liberal on the show. The hood isn't pointed. I think we're good. Okay. It's not a point. Like Baron Zemo still has the, has it. Like, just because one producer from a shitty movie said something dumb. No. And look, if there's two people that I trust would do it, it's Lenny and Emily. They respect the lore. They love the lore. And once again, if we see Baron Zemo, who is a Nazi, like Zemo, like his family are Nazis, wearing like a hood like that, no, Cobra will exactly. They'll give us the hooded Coco.
It's because Disney Nazi's okay with it. Hasbro is.
You bring up a great point. Disney's a much bigger giant. They own the IP. They'll take the flack for it. If Hasbro puts it out, they'll take the flack for it. But I really don't think there's any flack. No. All right. The G.I. Joe community, even in the world of action figures, is much smaller than you guys all think. That so many people think that it's bigger than it is. It's a big part of our lives.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of our lives, but I don't know. If I go into my lunchroom tomorrow, I don't know how many people will know that there was a hooded commander. You know what I mean? So it's big in our lives. So speak up if you want the figure.
Yeah.
And guess what? If they're not going to make it, it's not hard to get one yourself. Make it yourself.
That's interesting. You got a carded one. The art's different.
It's because I'm not that creative. I'm creative. I'm not that creative. So I'm gonna butcher this, but if you guys want, this is the best hood I've seen out there on the secondary market. If you go to eBay, it's IBMM.
I bet my man thing. Yeah, it's the homie right there. I bet my man thing. He's from the Fwoosh. IBMMT. Yeah.
Well, listen, that dude's a freaking artist. I'll bet my man thing. I had no idea what that acronym was.
I love how we talk about a toxic subject once on a show, and then the views go up like 10. I'm watching them, and I'm like, all right, I guess that's what we gotta do to get people to like and all that
There's
crap. All
nothing
right,
toxic about this. Come on.
no,
you
there
guys.
isn't. I'm kidding. But look, let's get toxic. Give us 100 likes so you can get a damn free figure. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
give me
Anyway,
20 new subscribers, even though
20 new subscribers to BaldyLockz.
and it'll be a
_
range
Reviewz.
viper. Let's go, guys.
Let's go. Let's definitely go. Okay, cool. All right, let's zoom through this guy. He's been talked about to death on all the channels, but really cool shot on the left. Bobby, how you feeling about Nagahide? You like this guy?
I love it. A lot of great work went into this. This is one of the figures I watched when I was at the gym. Them talk about the warthog, the monkey, like the hat, the freaking deco on his Craven vest. Everything about this figure, just like Torch, it's absolutely fantastic. And what's hilarious is I usually get the good guys. And G.I. Joe was like, oh, these bad guys are badass. All right. So yeah, the bad guys might be vying for that #1 spot for Toy of the Year.
Yeah, I got you. Spec, how you feeling about the Null Man?
I loved the original. I love this one. I love the details that we didn't see in the initial reveal with the hat off, the Cobra tattoo on the side of his head, and the scars. Yep. Like, that's just great little, attentions to detail.
I got you right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
The serpent looking tattoo over his ear.
That's awesome. That was a great addition.
I love the story Lenny told about that new, I guess it was a new designer who did that, and he had a scan of his teeth at the dentist, and he was like, can I use my teeth to as part of the mold? And he was like, do it. So now he's walking around going, I like biscuits. Yeah, my only complaint, like I said the original time, is the warthog. I don't think he's broad enough, like a real warthog. But the paint apps and everything they did to it, I'm head over for this guy. They made it deluxe in all the perfect ways.
Yeah.
This is a funny one right here. Our old friend Dreadnought Ryan. He
Yeah.
needs to get paid for this face sculpt. That's funny. That's a good one. I don't know how he feels about that. We'll have to see one of his videos. There he is. I do see the resemblance if he had like a little more of a beard there. I think his beard's a little grayer, but old Dreadnought Ryan. This is what fun toy is all about. There's a lot of playability here, Baldy.
There's a lot of playability. I mean, I see a little bit of Bubba from Forrest Gump. We can get Reddit boar, coconut boar. Now another one that they nailed. This looks like somebody just said the playability, right? The fun. This is, I still have mine, and that they just nailed it. I mean, they've got the anarchy tattoo. I think the scars are new on the top of his head. I think that's not Clyde. This is Clyde. Clyde's dead. I'll tell you why, because boars only live for about 10 years. But no,
there's the scars right there on the right.
Yeah.
For those who aren't sure,
yeah, those are scars. It's not like whatever that mark. I don't have the Charmin roadblock as. Those are scars on the top. But no, they nailed it. Another one they nailed. I really like that story, like you guys said, that Lenny told about the designer incorporating, his underbite into the figure. It's a really, I don't know. I really like it. I think they did a nice job. I'm a Dreadnought nerd, so I'm a huge fan.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know what else to say about this thing. It's awesome. All right, cool.
I also love the knife on his arm. Like,
Let's see if I can get that.
You had right
His
there
arm
on the right. Yeah, I that's
on the right,
such a cool little thing.
And it fits, right? Because he'll be walking through the woods, cutting down like little brush and stuff, like to get through to, to do some poaching.
Yeah, so it's a good throwback to the to this original accessory here.
I get you.
So this is that
cleaver.
Yeah, whatever. I guess it's supposed to be like a machete like he's cutting through the marsh. But I mean, adding the monkey and riding on the back of the warthog and everything. I mean, Hakuna Matata. I really like what they did with this one.
Yeah.
Right. So the Anarchy tattoo, we talked about this and we compared it to, I believe, Road Pig, or was it Thrasher? One of them has the Anarchy tattoo on his shoulder. Do you remember? You remember Spec? It was Road Pig, right?
I think it's on his bicep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it's on his shoulder and then on Road Pig's bicep, and then so there's going to be some kind of Anarchy connection that we see here, some kind of new lore, right?
Well, I mean, this one's got the tattoo there on his arm. That might be rubbed off. Maybe it's a little bit different. I can't really.
I think that one is G.I. Joe crossed out, if I remember correctly.
G.I. Joe crossed out.
Yeah, it's a little rubbed off.
Great call, David. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, real great, David. Great job.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baldy.
Sorry, Zen. All right, cool. But yeah, just the fact that you could put Yabo on his head, on his shoulders, like we see and then obviously on the back of Pork Belly. Really cool. Like we talked about the play. He's going to be the most fun figure we got. Maybe not the best, but I know people have a problem. Obviously we got the reuse, so we got those glaring pins on the arms and everything. With new figures, everything is pinless this, pinless that. But overall, I mean, I think he's another home run in the wave, and he's the one deluxe and seems very well worth it. So lots of stuff, and they talked about the print on the vest being from a Jaguar. What was that? The Warhog?
Sorry.
Very good.
That whiskey's delicious too. That warthog is great. I mean, that's so cool looking. I get it. He's not as broad as maybe a real warthog, but he's got to fit in that new small box that they're putting out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It looks awesome. There's no and the paint job that they did to it and everything. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tony talked about the brush painting that leaves it more faded colors from his pork belly to his arms, and then the same with Yabo too. So, real cool stuff. Yep, go ahead, Bobby.
I like that Lenny also talked about how his vest is very. He said like jaguars have like or leopards have yellow in the middle, and then on the spine, and then it goes to the orange. So they actually do that whole like color scheme. Like that's really impressive for them to focus that much on like actual like, oh, he's an actual hunter. So okay.
Yeah, I got you. No, that's a great point. Yeah, the faded. Yeah, they talk about that, and then you get those yellow matching arm guards and everything too. And then the packaging. Let's see if we see anything in the background. I mean, besides his own monkey. See, that's the same. You could actually see the art better here, but we don't really. I don't know. You see anything, Baldy? You're good.
No, I don't see anything, and I don't know the addition of the monkey, but I freaking love it. That I don't know if there's something in the comics or in the cartoon series, but bring on the monkey.
Yep. Oh, the macaque. As Shark Guy said, he names the macaque Yabo means the character is now Australian. Sorry, not sorry, South Africa. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone's loving this thing. All right, cool. Let's move on. There's the art, the NFT that
that's
Hasbro
the coolest art out of all of them.
Yeah.
The other ones all kind of look generic. This looks handmade and awesome.
It looks like a comic book cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dope. And they even captured, like you guys were talking about, that teeth and everything. So real good stuff. Okay, cool. Whiskey time, Baldy, Naugahyde.
All right, so I went 6 out of 5 for Torch. I think Naugahyde, man, he's got what Spec gave a weird 0.9. I'll give him a 5.9.
You guys are killing me. All right, Spec, you're gonna come up with some weird number that doesn't exist.
No weird number. He would be a 5, but I'm going to give him a 4.75, and it's only because of the reuse of Roadblock / Gung Ho's lower torso. I've never been a fan of those legs and the boots, and the posability with them is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So that's it. Otherwise, like he's a perfect figure.
Great call too. Bobby, go ahead.
I would give him a 5. I'm gonna do a 4.5 for the damage he's doing to my wallet. But no, figure wise, he's a 5. He's a 5. It's like the bad guys are 5s.
Nice. And you're usually not a bad guy. You're usually just a no. Okay, but you're
G.I. Joe has me getting the bad guys.
G.I. Joe has you turning heel. You've seen the rants. You're like a bona fide turning heel on Thursday Night SmackDown over here, but cool stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4.5. One of my figs, most memorable figs as a kid. Probably the second most memorable Dreadnought, to be honest, as a kid that I had, because I didn't start off with Zartan. I jumped in later, like 80, 88, 89. So I had Naugahyde after Buzzer was my favorite Dreadnought, but Reese is great, obviously, because it gave us some new animals and stuff. And I think Spec nailed it with like the reuse on the legs, and then we talked about the pins and stuff. So otherwise, it's a superb figure. I mean, 4.5, and we're talking 9 out of 10. All right, last pre-order we're gonna talk about is the the H. It was funny watching the stream, and all this came out about the HMS, and then Emily's like, the SMS. They hadn't even, I guess they pre-recorded it, and they changed it to Heat Seek. And then as you see here, heat is spelled the way it's supposed to, but then it's heat on the box with the E, double E. So interesting there. Baldy, what do you think about the spelling of Heat Seek?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Torch did the spelling on this one. Back in the day, in A Real American Hero, they came up with the weirdest acronyms, to make it work, right? I mean, even right on I don't think I have it right next to me, but on Scrap Iron's thing, it says laser with a Z, right? So on Scrap Iron's drone, it says laser with a Z. So
laser, major laser. Yep.
Yes, it's a laser, like a laser beam.
Like a laser.
Yeah, so like that never bothers me. The misspellings, that's part of the history of G.I. Joe. They make it work for the acronym. No, I thought this was it was pretty cool. We knew it was coming. It's a nice addition. Yeah. I mean, they showed it last summer at SDCC, right? It was the hidden artwork on the wall.
It was in the panel. Yep.
Yeah. No, it looks great. I'm excited. It complements the Hiss. It complements the Hiss fire team. I like that it's a Pulse exclusive. That's, because people that bought the Hiss, people that are going to buy the Stinger, the Stinger's going to come. This will hook right to the back, so you don't need a Hiss.
Trivia for you, Baldy. Trivia for you. And you just answered it, but I'll just ask anyway. What was the last non-Transformers crossover O-ring figure to come out from Hasbro?
The what? The last what?
What was the last O-ring figure to be released by Hasbro on Pulse that wasn't crossed over with Transformers?
Oh yeah, the Stinger. Or what did they call it?
You just said the answer and you still question me. But no, I think it's funny. That was that randomly came out for no reason, just randomly was a random drop, and then
Yeah.
they were like done. Obviously, that was determined way before they shut it down, and then
And
they just gave us.
I bought that stinger.
I have it. It's still in the box. I never opened it. Spec.
Oh really? It's
Same,
a different.
it's still
a
in the
different.
mailer.
Yeah, it's a different plastic than. I got one up on my shelf, but I'll knock over a bunch of figures if I pull it down.
No. It's not worth it. But yeah.
No, it's awesome. So we know the Vamp is coming. We know the Stinger's coming. So anybody listening that does not have a hiss, it's fine. This thing will hook up to your Stinger. That's going to be. I'm going to go with. It's going to be announced at some point this year.
Yeah. So on the live stream, Lenny showed that the tow hitch is articulated so that you put it on the lower setting for the hiss and then the higher setting for future
future proofing. Yeah. Good call
and
right
also for the what is it, the MMS that comes with Colonel Hawk.
I can't wait for that.
Good call right there. Actually, so guys, real quick, we have a super chat. So Lethal Ray, hey, thanks so much.
Ray.
Appreciate it. Hands down, you guys have had the best stream. No, you didn't say that, but best figure shown today. Free hooded Coco. No, I appreciate it, Lethal Ray. That means a lot. Thank you. Thanks for checking in and everything. So yeah, free hooded Coco. Cool. So I actually skipped this, he said. 3 dual. So this was bigger than I expected. That is what they said. They were talking about those 9 inches.
Heyo.
Let's just skip out about round 2.
He said it was originally going to be 12.
12. This is visually striking me more.
Only 7.
Cool. The trailer tongue on this seems weak when extended. Little floppy on the live stream. Wow, you got a keen eye.
Isn't it always floppy though?
What's up?
I said, isn't it always floppy though?
Yes. Yeah, when you know there's cameras on you and there's a whole bunch of people watching, it's going to be floppy.
Stage fright, man. Yeah.
The MMS better not be 75. Well, this was, so it's gonna be. It's gonna be the same price, the same thing.
No, the MMS is going to be $74.99.
$74.99. So you're right. It better not be.
It's going to be $75. Come on.
Did the Ferret have a tow hookup in the rear? Oh man, I already put that away. That I can probably find it. Oh wait, no, we didn't get to it yet. Never mind. We didn't get to the. You guys are jumping ahead. I guess I could. Nah, because then we'll. Never mind. Let's just finish up on this. We'll figure it out. You guys are killing me. All right. More stuff. More pictures. Okay, so there's a comparison to the old school one. Those were not 9 inches, were they? Baldy, you have a lot of O-ring stuff. Did you have that?
So my wife and all my ex-girlfriends will tell you that I am a 3.75 guy, even though they prefer the 12-inch. But
all you need is 3. You good?
All you need is 3 to get it in.
No, this is a great update. I'm excited. I had that. Mine was a hand-me-down though, and it was broken. So, the one I had was broken, and it was just a hand-me-down. So I think I was even missing a missile.
I don't think the chat has any idea what we're talking about. They're just like, well, the Ferret, the tow hitch on the Ferret, they're lost.
Oh my God.
Except our friend Sabir, he gets it. He goes to the gym. He gets it. Well, when will the PMS come out? Okay, you get it too. Now it's starting to come around.
Well, what was it? There should be a TMS, right? Because last year Emily said the tampons were more important than your pre-orders.
She did say that, didn't
You
she?
remember that?
Yeah. You're not making this up. It's not a diss on her. She said that.
No, it's not a diss.
Oh.
I thought that was hysterical.
Oh.
That's why I like Emily.
I've never seen this person watch the show before, so thank you so much. You got a cool
Yeah, thanks.
logo, cool comment and name. Eternian Ellipse.
I like
Great
it.
show. Very excited
I
for
like
the
that. Must be a Motu fan. Just say yes in the chat.
yeah.
Gotta be, right?
Cool. Comic Book Ben, time for bed. Hey, thanks for watching, Comic Book Ben. Appreciate you.
We are
Oh,
a God show. We are.
Yep. And just another reminder, I haven't looked. How many likes do we have so far? Someone look. Chat neighbors, BaldyLockz is going to give away a figure if a Toy Kind of Mood this episode here gets 100 likes, and he's also going to give a Range Viper, or he's going to make it a Range Viper if you give him 20 more 25 to 20, 25.
We'll go 20. We're at 89 likes right now, so there's got to be 11 people in the chat that just haven't hit like yet. But let's go, guys.
It's got to be. Let's fucking go. All right, cool. All right, sweet. Appreciate that. All right, cool. So we get another look at all the goodies here. And Bobby, is this worth $75? I know you select a lot of lines, you collect a lot of lines like myself. What do you think for $74.99? You saw the size of it.
I went, oh my God. So big.
Yeah, it is.
Look, for 75, yes. I think 50 for that, 25 for the figure. Yes. I think it's massive and amazing, and all the other sexual innuendos you can think of. Did I pass on it? Yes, I did. Just because April and May, this comes out in July. April and May, I've got a lot of pre-orders coming in, so I had to kind of like, pick your battles. But maybe later down if it's still available. Maybe it goes, I don't know, the clearance department on Hasbro. We'll see.
His head.
No, I think that this is going to be just like the Trouble Bubble and I guess the 3-pack came back in stock, but it seems like with these Hasbro exclusives, the pre-orders stay open, and then once they start shipping, they immediately go to sold out.
Yep.
And then maybe they come back in stock, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
But if you go to the Hasbro, if you go to the outlet section on the Pulse store right now, you're going to see a lot of SDCC exclusives on there. You're going to see a lot of Pulse exclusives on there. The Crimson 3-pack is on there. The Black Series Jabba and the Force Ghosts are on there. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. female operative 2-pack is on there. Like,
that's a great one for extra heads, though.
Yeah. And they're all on there, I don't know, 20, 30, 40% off, depending on the set.
Gotcha. Hey, got to jump in here because I think someone just bought Baldy's Falcon.
Yes.
With $5 super chat. Can we buy 12 more likes? Yeah, you might be the person who wins the. Well, we're not at 100 yet, so I don't know if you could buy likes. You could buy likes from me. I don't know about YouTube though.
Buy our friendship.
There's a collision of pre-orders from 23 in this early part of 24 about to blow up our wallets. And yeah, imagine that. And it all comes on a day that usually doesn't happen in a year. So that's just one more extra day of pre-orders. But I think we're all interested in this, whether we pre-order or not. And there's a look at what Baldy was talking about from the top. We get the entire 788 team hanging out. So that's real cool.
Yeah, it complements pretty well. Did you guys pre-order one of these? I know Bobby said no. Yes.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. I did, and then my roommate actually bought an extra because he thinks it's eventually going to flip because of what Spec said. Spec said, it's like it'll be open pre-order for a while, and once it sells out, then whoever got extras gets lucky.
I feel the same way. I listen. I work in production and buying things. you guys have no idea with all layoffs across the country with different manufacturers, this stuff's going to drop down in production runs. So if you want it, now I have 2 hiss. I only got 1. Because that's all I have room for. But listen, if you want it, I wouldn't sleep on this one. Somebody just wrote it's showing sold out now.
Oh,
Okay. Man, I should have bought 2. Well, I just got 1. I'm playing it safe.
I only got 1 myself.
I did get multiple pants.
You can still pre-order it. It's still up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said kidding.
Oh, severe. Why you got to toy with our scalper emotions. All right, so there's the old school packaging. Obviously, it came with the Sentry, the cherry red looking hiss, and then there's the new packaging, which we don't have any complaints about because it has nothing to do with what's going on, right? So it's just a really cool looking print. It matches the hiss packaging. It matches the 7888 Fire Team packaging. So yeah, same thing, same. It's really cool, the synergy between all the stuff. So I think we can all agree on that. And yeah. All right, last whiskeys of the day, at least for our pre-orders. Baldy.
I'll go with an even 5 on this one.
Even 5. Okay, no 4.999977112.
No, I'll leave that up to spec.
Yeah, cool. Great spec.
4.99. No, 5. It's a 5.
No, 5. A lot of 5s tonight. All right, what is the 5 whiskey assassin thing? No, I don't even call you that anymore. You're like the angry reviewer now on the channel. I love it. I love your new heel turn. You're the best.
I'll give it a 4. 4, only because of the price. It's just it's tough wrapping my head around that sometimes. I think everything about it does look badass. But yeah, I'll go to 4.
Yeah, I think the price is fair. But yeah, man, if this was like $59.99, this would be a 10 out of 5. Yeah, I'll go 4.25. I think it's a very strong addition to the Hiss world, being on Pulse. We've said all the right things, so I think that's cool. And Bobby, I think you've got to go, man. You got some work to do. Go ahead.
No, I got to bounce.
Yep.
I know you're about to get into I think the
renders, digital renders, and then we're done. Yeah.
So I must bounce. I must take my my leave. But yeah, I think we have 8 more likes before Baldy gives away.
Yeah, we're at 97, and I don't know if the 3 of you hit the like button, but if you do, that'll get us to 100.
I need to, but if I open up YouTube right now to hit the like button, I'm gonna get the feedback loop from the audio.
Actually, you know
get
what?
A Falcon figure you don't want.
It's not Falcon.
Well, here, hang on. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, before I hop off, let me, my computer's being slow, but I will swap accounts because, obviously I have different accounts.
No cheating, guys. All right. No, that's cool. Appreciate it. There's no cheating and liking. There's no cheating and liking.
No crying in baseball.
All right. No, that's cool. There's no cheating and liking. No, I can hear feedback. I hear feedback.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't hear any feedback.
You hear it,
I did.
Yeah.
No feedback.
Yeah. Look, as always, you can find me on TikTok at ATKM Reviews. Spec, I'll text you later. Chow, I'll text you later. Zen, I will laugh continuously at all your funny shit in all the G.I. Joe posts. And I'll talk to you later. But yeah. Peace out, Jen.
Bobby, one more thing.
What?
Before you go. Because usually I would do it when you're here, but next week we're having so much fun. We're just going to have a hangout episode. We're going to take it easy. We're back on Wednesday. We're going to say this again, but just before Bobby goes, we're back on Wednesday. Same time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. It's a hangout. If there's news, we'll talk about it, but we're not. Yeah. It's not like this. It's not structured because I don't see any big fan streams happening. And if anything happens, we'll talk about it. We just a hangout. And you will have an announcement probably next Wednesday, right?
I hope so. If the Squarespace GoDaddy gods look favorably upon me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Big news for Toy Kind of Mood and the entire family, and what we're doing next, and what Bobby's doing next. And I'm real thrilled, dude. I'm real
As if
thrilled
I didn't
to
have
be a
enough
part of
shit
that.
on my plate. As if I didn't have enough shit on my plate. It's gonna be a Herculean, a Sisyphean feat, if you will. And we have hit. I believe we have hit 100. Did we hit 100? I think so.
So Bobby wins the figure on his way out. I'm confused. And Baldy, if you want to handle this with Bobby, I don't know what's happening with the $100 giveaway, but the $100 like giveaway.
I'm saying 99. I just liked it.
And someone unliked it, so it's back to 99.
You know what? That's why I have a few accounts. We're gonna get us 100, y'all. I don't give a shit.
102 is just going to be glitchy for a little. And look, it's someone with a Range Viper profile.
There we go. All right.
Let's get Baldy 25 more subscribers.
Yeah. My subscriber count only went up 5, so.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a free figure being given away, but the Range Viper gets given away if you get 20 more subscribers. Or 15 more, I guess. Yeah,
it's not Falcon, guys. Stop saying Falcon.
Rules didn't stipulate sustained 100 likes, only if we hit it no backsies.
Look, y'all,
that's awesome.
You're not, manifest Falcon. That thing is hideous. No, we don't manifest crap.
But you'll get the figure without the head sculpt. They just have no head.
It's a brand new sealed figure. All right, it's a brand new sealed figure.
Dude, it's freaking after midnight in Boston, where I'm from right now. It's after midnight, and there's 82 people watching us after there's 100 damn streams today and yesterday. Thank fucking you all for watching, and we're not done, but we're just saying bye to Bobby.
Yeah,
peace, Bobby.
Peace out, y'all, and also because we're fucking dope as shit. Peace out, y'all.
All right, cool. Hang 10, Bo. All right into it. Digital, the fun stuff.
Hang on.
What?
Quick breaking news.
Whoa.
If you're into, and I don't own a single one, but maybe that'll change after tonight. If you're into Figura Obscura by the Mythic Legion's 4 Horsemen guys, the pre-orders for those retailer exclusives are now live on Big Bad Toy Store and One Stop Toy Shop and all those other places.
Good thing I don't need them. Good thing I already have all the Figure Obscura right now. I think, right? I already got the monkey, Wukong. I got the Samilian monkey, the Wukong. I got
there's that old play school retro, the Fisher Rice guy who looks pretty dope.
Wait, so you said it's on Big Bad right now?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna get
right here
Red Death and the Fisher Price guy, but all these pre-orders.
Fisher Price.
Freaking, they call him.
The Cosmic Legion, dude. I can't get into Cosmic Legion. And then the Viking fell, man. Ugh. I don't know about that. $50 each. Or are they pre-orders? Maybe you just pre-order for safety.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could be one of those you pre-order for safety. They don't charge you, right?
That's true. I just know that
we're all just forgetting G.I. Joe. We're just pre-ordering shit. You're getting us into all kind of trouble. I'm just gonna pre-order for safety, so I don't regret it. And then tomorrow I'll make up my choice. I don't have time to think right now. So here, put it in a pile of loot.
Anybody that ordered those Mezco Ninja Turtles, we're about to get bent over.
Cool. All right. Well, that just happened. I just pre-ordered something on a stream. I've never done that before, live hosting. So thank you. Nice. Not thank you. Fuck you, Spec. All right, cool. So we got Beachhead. Let's get into the digital renders here. Baldy, our guest, BaldyLockz Reviewz. Go subscribe to him now. What do you think about the new color Beachhead? There's the retro from, and courtesy of 3D Joe's. Shout out to Carson Metaxas, the god of all Joe fandom. But yeah, there you go. There's a look. Compare it. What do you think?
That looks like a lot of fun. I like the new. I like the brighter pop of green. That looks like a fun figure. Now, I'm gonna reveal something here tonight. I don't really open any of my retro carded figures.
You don't do the twofer? Like one to open, one to no?
No, I do that with
one
the classified line. I do that with the classified line for sure. I know this is a subset. This is still classified, but I like the artwork. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't want this line to go too crazy. You know what I mean? And it's very smart business for Hasbro to be double dipping. I probably will open this beachhead. So far, I've been half and half. I've only opened half of the retro carded figures. But yeah, this one's cool looking. I think a lot of people, kids of the 80s, are going to be very excited.
Cool. And then Spec, we have a comparison with our Cobra Island beachhead. At least, you know, I know there's some complaints about the green guns, but at least we got the right green guns, right? I mean, that's half the battle.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the Cobra Island version. I still like the Cobra Island version. But then you see this retro version with the camo pants and the... Yeah. And unlike Baldy, I opened the retro because, well, I know that the cards are going to change. They're going to get nice and thick like that Cobra Commander, so that's not going to be an issue anymore.
Nice and thick.
Yeah.
That's the way we like it. I don't like the way the blister packaging fills out the card. So I open it. I'm not precious about it.
Thank you. I love comments like this. And Dumanu, man, you got another cool new person watching the show with a nice iconic logo there. Thank you. Yeah, hit the like button if you're watching. Really appreciate it. We're giving away a figure. I don't know how, but Baldy's going to figure it out.
Hey, you know, let's just can we just say it right now? I'll tell you what figure I have. We're going to do a retro carded Zartan. I know that he's hard to get for a lot of people. Now, if you go onto my channel, you will see that Hasbro sent me some retro carded figures when the Zartan first came out, and he was completely smashed. I still have 2 of those figures left. So I think that it's going to be for somebody that opens it. This is an opener. It's still intact on the card, but retro Zartan is what I'll give out. And then if nice. For some reason my subscriber count goes up, I'll change it
20.
Yeah.
So what number is it now? And what number does it need to be at?
It was 1425 when we started tonight. So if we get the 1445, I'll change it from retro Zartan to Range Viper.
1445. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All
Sound
right, cool.
good. And
well,
then Travis, I just want you to decide what people have to type in the chat, and then you screenshot it, and whoever's at the top will win.
They have to. I'm still confused by it.
No, just do something simple. Tell everybody they've got to say, I don't know, Tiger Force is great. Why don't we do that? When you're ready.
What you mean in the comments?
In the comments.
Show, not this chat, but the comments on the
the comments, whatever, the live
so
chat.
If they become the 100th subscriber, I mean,
somebody wrote Tiger Force.
It's been a long day, bro. It's been a long day. I'm just
in the comments where everybody's talking.
Yeah, the chat. Okay, gotcha.
In the chat, you have to screenshot it. But once everybody says Tiger Force is great, you screenshot it, and that's the winner.
Oh my God. People would rather not get a free figure so that they can just bash Tiger Force. I think John's the winner. Oh no, Jeremy.
It doesn't have to
That's
be the
funny.
first person. You just have to decide when you're going to screenshot it.
Oh, but then that means I'm picking who. Well, then again, they're all saying it, so I guess I'll have to. All right, this guy wins. This guy wins right here. Tiger Force is Kaka. That wins. I don't care. Going with Grievance.
All right, Grievance. Okay, since Travis said
Grievance wins. Grievance wins. I feel like I know everyone else, and that's like, oh, you're picking my friend.
all right,
I don't know
Grievance.
who Grievance is, and I think it would be fun if Grievance
Grievance
won a Sartan.
Tell Grievance to shoot me a message over Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And shoot me a message over Instagram, and I'll get that out to you.
Just like, I don't know who Grievance is. That logo is crazy. I just feel like, yeah, it works for me.
Grievance, be a subscriber too for my channel.
Yeah, yeah. Subscribe. He probably doesn't even subscribe to a toy. Who are you, Grievance? Subscribe to a
Grievance,
toy.
who are you?
We're giving you a figure. Hey, reveal yourself, Grievance. Yellow pants. Your yellow mustard underwear. All right, let's go through the digital. Seems like we need links. Links to the. Oh, he subscribed. Okay, cool. Thank you, Grievance. So we're just having fun. But yeah, we'll give you. So what's Grievance got to do? Message one of us.
Yeah, Grievance. My Instagram is on here somewhere. Shoot me a message.
It is
on Instagram.
It's right on your name, right here. Look.
Oh, look at that.
IG at BaldyLockz _Reviewz. I think it's there from the last time you were on the stream. So there you go. Should win now. No, I'm changing.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's freaking amazing. All right. So Grievance, hit him up on Instagram if you have one. If you don't, then you lose, and FCCE Viper wins. So either way, one of you is going to get a free Zartan. So enjoy.
I like that.
What fun that was. Cool. So Beachhead, I think I'm done with. We'll talk about Snow Serpent now. We got the OG looking fig with the OG fig. So there's some issues here, right? Because it's just repaint, and then some people are like, well, this gives you a chance to army build, but then they didn't really match the retro. I mean, they did with the look, but not with the weapons. We don't get the mortar. We don't get, all that stuff. Actually, one more thing. I mean, do that. So I guess see that patch on the left arm, 75? That actually stands for the 75th Ranger Regiment. So that's a really cool military. That's the thing. They really do, when they can do stuff military, they will. So Lenny is like listening, watching, doing research, or Lenny and his team. Probably John Warden, who's one of the heads of Joe's. He did the modern era, so it's very military influence. So really cool there. I guess one of the other grievances was there's no new detail on the backpack, but yeah, cool. Anyway, so Snow Serpent. What do you think of the lack of accessories, Spec? Like lack of classic accessories. They kind of just gave us the stuff.
I mean, it would have been cool if he came with the snowboard, but I only bought one of the classified release, so I'll probably get 2 of these, and I'm okay with the paint differentiation because that makes the darker one the leader, right?
Right. Yeah, sure. That makes sense too. I like that. A Joe fan with grievances? Never. Still not the right snowshoes. So yeah, there's been a lot, like the accessories have been kind of controversial for this. Baldy, what are you thinking?
Well, I still have my Snow Serpents. So I'm fine with it. I think I really like the classified one. I got 3 of those. So I have one with the wolf pelt as the leader, and then the other 2. So I don't think I would get more than 2 of these if I decide to open. But like I said, most of the retro carded stuff I keep carded. I might keep this one carded. I'm happy with what I have.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. But I mean, yeah, there was a lot. Whoa, what the hell happened just here? My freaking Browser went to hell. Browser went to hell, guys. All right, what else we got going on here? Okay, and then there's the comparison of the deluxe with what we're getting here. So obviously much brighter blues. Looks like a brighter white, right? I mean, you just said it with the gray. I mean, we have it in hand and he's a little grayer. What do you think? Are these bright whites brighter? I know someone asked Lenny and he didn't get to, or Tony, someone asked Tony when he put up this render. And I don't think he got a chance to respond yet. What are you thinking?
I think it's closer to a Snow Job, that white. I like it for sure, but like I've already got 3. So I'm happy with what I have. If anything, I wouldn't do more than 2, and they would be like, I don't know, further back in the wolf pack. I don't know. I like it. It's cool for sure, but I think this is one of those displayed on the wall, leave it in the card kind of things.
Which are same. But yeah, it's not. Well, yeah, let's bring that up. Yeah. Retro Crimson Guard was lazy as fuck. This is a close second. So it is lazy. So is the Cobra Eel, because of obviously wearing a Mark II design shirt. That dude made an awesome retro set for Cobra Eel, which is what we got, which is what we don't have here. We just have some of the accessories from what we had before. So it's basically the same figure. They even admitted it, which is fine. They just said it's a brighter red, which is weird because when I look at that, the brighter red is on the old, but that's a picture and that's a render. But they said the red would be better, and then the skin tone. You cannot tell from these pictures. I'm sorry, but that's basically what we got. So Spec, jump in. Dive in.
I mean, out of everything shown, this one has the least amount of change. And I think it'll be the colors, it'll be the grays and it'll be the red, and it won't be apparent until we actually get it in hand. I bought 2 of it was an Amazon exclusive, right?
No.
Or a fan channel?
They're mainline now.
No, the new retro one is mainline.
Right. I mean the original.
Oh, the other one was Amazon. Yes.
The other one's Amazon.
So I managed to get 2 of those. So I'll get 1 of these, and this one will be the leader. So opposite of the Snow Serpent.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
But I think because the Amazon one was so difficult to get for people, this one, despite the lack of change or minute change, will do very well. And I think that it'll be the same with the Snow Serpent too. The Snow Serpent was very hard to come by, and I think
he was more expensive because it was a deluxe. Obviously, like you see all that's like you don't need 3 wolf pellets unless you're Baldy.
Yeah, that's why I only ended up. That's why I only ended up buying 1.
Only my leader has the wolf pelt.
I know, but you have 3. What are you gonna do with the other 2, right? Didn't you buy 3 of them?
Dude, I played in the snow with them.
Oh, there you go. You did. Cool. But yeah, it's just a repaint. So all right. So for the retros, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, did you get any eels, Travis?
I got 2 of each to get. I'm gonna do 1 carded and 1 but I think I'm gonna do the Snow Serpent. I'm gonna get the thing is, I pre-order from every website, and whoever wins. So it's hard for me to gauge. But I think as far as what I'm going to keep 2 Snow Serpents, 3. So 1 carded across the board. I went two across the board, 1 carded, 1 to keep, and then Snow Serpents, 1 extra 1 to build, if that makes sense. So I'll have 2 to go with the leader, who's the wolf pelt dude. And I think, like Spec, I think I already have 2 or 3 eels, but I'll probably just have 1 extra just to have the brighter red and just make him a leader, like he said. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun idea.
All right. What about whiskey scores across the board for the 3 retro figs? You can give just Baldy. Go ahead, give 1 for each of the 3: Beachhead, Serpent, and Eel.
It's weird Like there's definitely nostalgia for the retro line. I like it. I do think the Beachhead is pretty cool. Beachhead's one I'm going to open. I will not open that eel. I've already got a couple of the other one. Whiskeys across the board.
No, I'm saying for each one. Yeah.
For each one. I don't know. I'm happy with my classified Beachhead. Even those crappy green Nerf guns. But he's different enough looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably give him a 3.75 whiskey.
Yeah. Okay. And then the other two.
Who were the other two? Sorry, I think my whiskeys are starting to kick in.
Serpent and eel. Yeah, I see that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the Serpent.
I think it's time, boys. I think it's time. I've been drinking coffee as the host, but now I think it's time.
Yeah, the Serpent would be a higher number because I still have my original Serpent. I think I would like to try and get 3 of these and maybe open 2 of them. So far, I've opened half of my retro line. Like, I didn't open any of the Crimson Guards. Cheers to you.
Did you just shoot Weller? You don't shoot Weller.
This guy does.
It's like a half a shot just to have something.
Yeah, he had coffee. He's got to have some whiskey now.
Yeah, I'm still drinking coffee.
Anyway, I would go an even 4 for the Snow Serpent, and then the eel, I would do. I'm gonna go on the low end. 2 whiskeys.
Low end of the ocean. Okay, Spec.
I'm gonna agree with Zen, and I'm gonna go 2 whiskeys on the eel. I'm gonna do 3.5 on the Snow Serpent, and I'm gonna do 4.5 for Beachhead.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'll go 4.25 for Beachhead. I thought the accessories, while green, were much better. The camo paint obviously is great. I would have went with a more distinct green to the OG. They kind of left a little brighter green than the turquoisey kind of color he had. That's fine, but still excellent. Then Snow Serpent, I like your score. 3.5 gives, it's an army builder opportunity, but I'm going to go 3.25. I thought they should have gave us at least a mortar. Just one. They could have future-proofed it for something else, right? Or something like that. Like say someone else deeper in the line, just to give us something else. Because otherwise the rest of accessories are fine. I don't care about the skis and all that. It's fine. Good, close enough. And then eel is a 2. It's the cheapest repaint they've done, and Lord knows how long. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it gives everyone a chance. I think that was the hey, you couldn't buy one unless you went on eBay, so here's your chance to buy one. So that was that they did. There was no attempt to give us retro accessories. It costs money, I get it, but it kind of is what it would have been nice to get the retro stuff to go with it. So the backpack and the harpoon gun and the flippers and whatnot. So, but all right, one last digital render, and then we're done. These.
Liquid Identity. Shoot me a message. I've got 2 extra of the CG. I don't know where you're at, but shoot me a message.
Crazy because whenever I go to Walmart maybe 4 times a year, and every time I go, I see Crimson Guards just peg warming. So yeah, I mean, they do raise the prices like crazy, but they're still.
Where are you at, Liquid? Because we're both seeing them, and he's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast.
My retro CG is the one thing that broke in the earthquake last month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had the rifle on the backpack, and I guess when it fell off the shelf, it hit that part, and the peg on the backpack broke. It's not a big deal.
I'm glad you brought that up. I never mentioned what happened. So you saw the destruction of my man cave from that earthquake. I was gone in Chicago, and it took, I didn't come home till a week after and saw those figures on the floor. I picked them up, put them back in the diorama, and that's it. I got real lucky, especially everyone has gridiron weapons and the 3D printed, 3D printed. So nothing broke, I don't think. If anything broke, it it went flying underneath the diorama and I didn't notice it, but I was like, how did nothing break? I mean, like 30 or 40 figures fell, like mostly all Joe's from a very high place, and it was fine. So Godspeed earthquake stuff. So Baldy, one last digi render here. I felt like this is the thing. We got slammed with amazing digital renders, and then because this was a continuation of G.I. Joe Day, this was kind of the only exciting one, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's the Ferret, and we knew it was coming anyway, but this was like the one that was like, okay, this is newsworthy, right?
Oh yeah. So I think a lot of us felt like we were smart on the last reveals, or this was hidden. But we all knew this was coming, right? And I think a lot of us guessed that it would be a female character. A lot of us saw the helmet in the dirt, right? For some, I can't think of what was the character that the Ferret was behind. That was a month ago. But anyway,
Mutton Junkyard, right? Mutton Junkyard.
Maybe, but this one I'm super. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was just gonna say, I think it was Mutton Junkyard. They were underneath a cavern or canyon, and I think we saw the Ferret way in the background with like.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah,
Ferret's clutch. It was clutch.
Yeah, they teased it with the
way
vamp.
more sense. Good call.
Yeah. So a lot of people guessed that it was a female character. I'm all in for strong female characters. Bring us more. I like the helmet. I love that they're doing kind of a X Games kind of extreme quad thing here, like a nice update with the motocross. I'm excited. I'm curious what the price point's going to be.
Want to take a guess, guys? Let's guess. Guess in the chat, and we'll go with Spec. What are you guessing on the price?
What was the treble bubble? $44.99?
That's my guess. $44.99. I don't think it goes up. I think they keep it that way.
But
they did say it's chunky
was Target, right?
$49.99.
That's right. It was $54.99 on Pulse.
On Pulse.
Actually, we got intel from Dreadnought Ryan, who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, and on KJ stream said definitively that it was $49.99 in Target, has it for $45.99. And
you're talking
him.
Trouble Bubble.
No, he was talking about the Ferret. He has intel on it. Yeah, he's a Patreon member.
Nice.
Not for us. We don't even have a Patreon. Not yet. We will, I'm sure, once we launch that other channel. But anyway, he knows. It's $49.99. So look at all these wrong people who didn't win a Falcon. You didn't win a Falcon. You didn't win a Falcon. Look at you. You can't even get the prices right. How are you going to win a Falcon, guys? What's wrong with you? Unbelievable.
I'm just sad nobody did $55.99. Come on. Let's price it right.
I guess so people replay this and make me look like an asshole.
Did anybody else say $59.99? That's where I would have ended up with this, but hell, I'll take it for $49.
Price was wrong.
Price is 40. Nah, it's
$40. Get out of here.
They're all over the place. 76. 76 is not. That's
I'm going to go with Jeremy. What do you say the price is? Jeremy Kimberlin, because he's usually
a Patreon member too. He's a Patreon member.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Come on, he knows all this stuff. What is this? It's $49.99.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be 45. I'm with Falafel on this one. I think it's $54.99.
$54.99 is the greatest guess, but since we heard it was $49.99, all right.
Maybe Target will pull a Target.
$11.99 at Ross.
$12.
You guys wish.
Oh, you have to guess. I guess you must have unsubscribed from the Patreon. My fault. You must have canceled his membership.
Cancel his Jeremy that I trust.
Yeah, cool. But let's get a nice look. That this is courtesy of Tony, who gave us a nice looking render here. So Of course, once we put it on StreamYard, it gets all blurry again, but that's the one I got from his Instagram. It was clear on my phone, I swear, but it looks bad. It looks good.
I like
Looks
it.
You guys digging the navy blue? What's up?
Yeah, I think it said it looks badass.
Mhm. Yeah, but then not so bright. I guess so they could do a retro carded version. Retro carded Ferret. Uh,
Well, listen, they've got to take advantage of the mold. So, anybody listening, if for some reason you don't get this one, and it is a Pulse exclusive, they're not wasting money on these molds. The molds are very, very expensive. They will make other versions. So you will see, what was it called? The Tiger Paw, right?
The tiger paw.
yes. Oh, yeah.
So you will see the Tiger Paw. You will see a retro version. So don't sweat it if you don't get it.
Right.
Oh, Dreadnought repaint. Good call.
Yeah, wasn't there like
Mhm.
a green, black and green one, or dark blue and green one, or
Probably like a Sears exclusive. They used to have like the Dreadnought stuff.
I like that. Yeah, they did mention that too. They actually, Lenny, I believe, mentioned something about the Stinger driver. So that was cool. You know, they did say something about that. So, and
Well,
then
and
you know
then
how the Ferret never had a figure, and then yeah, I mean, we got the snake fangs on the helmet. What were you saying, Dave?
well, I was just gonna say, you know, he also alluded again to the Stinger because of the tow hitch on the HMS.
That's a good call too. Oh, we got to bring this back, bro. Remember this?
Oh God, that's so awesome.
The suspension. He was talking about the Ferret and the how it would have that cool suspension feel to it. So that's what we're getting with this.
That's so awesome. So that I just pulled out this box for the Valkyries. So that's one of the Valkyries, right? That's a repaint of one of the Valkyries.
Yeah, probably with a
Oh,
well,
okay.
with are the knee pads new, or do the Valkyries have the knee? Oh, they
Let's
have the
see.
knee
Let's
pads.
look at it again. Ooh,
Yeah, they've got the
what
knee
do you think?
pads.
Yeah, so it's just the motocross vest overlay,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a solid
That's awesome.
reuse. We all like the Valkyries, or
Oh, yeah.
however you say it.
I fucking love the bucket, guys. It's
I
awesome. But the
fucking
fang.
love it.
My God, dude, killer.
Yeah, let's
And
do
then it is thick as a cheeseburger.
that.
Or a piece of lasagna. You were talking about food. It's gonna make me hungry. Okay, guys, name only reveals. All right, so I guess we'll just do a quick whiskey score for I think we're all going 5 on the Ferret, right? Or 4.5 or something like that.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
a solid
5.
5.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
hey,
be an
Travis.
asshole and say 2. What?
So
No,
that
what?
picture of the Ferret that you pulled up, the bright blue one, the classic one,
Mm-hmm.
that was a mail away reissue from, I can't remember, late 80s, and the actual 85 original Ferret was very dark blue, like the
Ooh,
render.
okay. Because it was a black one too. It was a black one too. So
Or
nice. And we're
is
getting
this one
5s
black?
across the
This one's
board.
black. The OG is black. Sorry.
OG's black. Cool. Nice.
Or no, it's dark blue.
OG's dark blue. It was blue. For sure.
OG is dark blue.
The original, I had the original, and that was a dark blue.
Yeah, the original is
go.
dark blue,
Okay.
1985.
Cool.
Yep.
Good find. Good.
Thank you, yojo.com. Too
Oh,
bad.
yeah. So we all went like, yeah,
Fun
it's
website.
like, yeah, it's a 4.5 to a 5. There's no reason to even go around the table on that. But yeah, let's talk about those name only reveals. And we got an extra one, which was this Frag Viper. They said it's far away though, and that he used the Cobra grenade thrower, and it's got a cool looking kind of a praying mantis type helmet. Doesn't have those antennas, but kind of has the eyes and the the beady kind of eyes and the shape and everything. And then these man, I think Lenny saw the accessories with that claw hurling basket for the grenade in a
high line.
claw. Yeah, it's
highlight
based on
there.
the Cesta, the highlight. Yeah, I was like, this is definitely up Lenny's alley as far as his taste, and we can't. I mean, this is going to be phenomenal.
You think so?
All right, now it's going to suck. Never mind.
Listen,
Right.
the Frag Viper, if I had to give it a whiskey score, you know when you put your whiskey down and then you pick it up and there's that little ring of condensation?
Oh,
Right now,
You
that's
hate
what
the
the Frag Viper.
Viper.
I don't
You're
like
giving
the
it-
Frag Viper. I never liked the Frag Viper. Listen, if they update it right, and they have nailed a lot of updates. I mean, look at
Hey, your buddy Grievance is having a grievance with it.
what? Oh wait, he doesn't like it, right? He's with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has not agreements with you because you gave him a free figure, but he has a grievance with it.
Yeah, no, right now, no, I've never been a fan of the Frag Viper.
People hate this lacrosse Viper.
no, highlight. You guys need to look what highlight is. That looks nothing like lacrosse. Look up highlight player.
Yeah, the Frag Viper is,
J-A-I.
late night when you're at the club and you're about to leave and you're just hoping to get maybe a little bit laid. And the Frag Viper looks good in the dark. The lights come on and you're like, what the frag?
You guys are best fucking friends for life. I
Ugh.
love this. That good, like it's like Grievance is like made his debut on AEW Dynamite and like really winning fans over tonight. Highlight Viper. Oh man, that's awesome. It's Frag Viper is awesome, yeah, heathen. So there's some
You're
love and
heathen.
hate for this, mostly hate. But okay, I mean, whatever. I'm a fan. There's no whiskeys for this. I mean, Spec, what do you think? Whiskey? We're gonna whiskey name only. Go ahead, give it one. He gave it a sliver of a ring of the bottom of his cup.
3.5. I liked the Frag Viper.
Yeah, like it. I
thought
think
was a close
3.5.
I learned what highlight
Great.
was because of the Frag Viper.
There you go. And now you're a
It taught me
professional
something.
highlight player thanks to in your spare time. Honey, I swear I'm not at Target. And he's like hurling freaking wiffle balls at somebody. All right, in the park. All right. The other Viper we saw is the murderer of everyone in the freaking movie, in the comics and everything. Saw Viper. I mean, shit, man. Take it away, guys.
I'm gonna say that I really appreciate the G.I. Joe team, the classified team. I think they're great. They've got great banter. I think what they did today when they revealed Doc, beloved Doc, and then they name dropped the Saw Viper, that was a dick move, guys.
Showing Shockwave on the stretcher and everything. Yeah, it was the
Yeah, come on,
synergy
guys.
there.
That was a dick move. We finally get Doc, and then you're gonna go, hey, Saw Viper's coming. Come on.
Way to fuck Doc over in his first day in
Yeah,
class.
come on. Doc's not even in our hands yet, and you're saying Saw Viper's coming. Come on. Knock it off. But I'm kind of excited. I mean, I think for a lot of people when they were reading G.I. Joe at the time, if you guys are fans of the comic books, that really kind of was a punch to the gut, right? It's just like
Issue 109.
Yep, issue 109. That lives in a lot of G.I. Joe comic book fans' brains because they couldn't believe what the frig happened, right? So, or what the frag happened. And it's just
With the frag.
it's a corny, almost a corny looking Viper. Do him right.
I think the Saw Viper destroyed Baldy's wife. Baldy, you're frozen now. Yeah, you're
I'm
frozen,
frozen?
buddy. I can
now
hear
we can
you, but
hear
you're
you.
frozen. You're
Ow.
like this. Spec, isn't he like this to you?
Yeah.
Am I here?
And
It's
I
kind of breaking up. It's hard.
frozen Saw
Valid
Viper
minutes.
kill
Kill
you.
me.
Let's see. Does anybody get this? Yeah, Baldy is out of commission. Might have to reset that. We are losing Baldy to bad internet. The Matrix. He's done. All I see is a big beard and a drifty guy. All right, Spec, let's talk about it. Well, one comment was private chat. Oh, you're sending me stuff. We're doing a show. Let's see.
I'm just sending you coil variation or ferret variations for later.
RoboCop energy. I get Metroid out of this. Just the colors of, you get that bright green, lime green visor. If Metroid, is a female, but if she were to put the mask up on her head, I'm getting Metroid colors, man. I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting with the raspberry,
orange and red, but the visor shape I can see because she had that single. I'm excited. I'm the asshole that was always saying as soon as they announced Doc, that they need to announce the Saw Viper. So I'm that guy. Because it is just a classic, like ingrained in our brains moment.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked for this one, and I can't wait to see what Lenny does to update it.
Naked HD. That's a good call from callback from Full Force. But yeah, I mean it's the Cobra heavy gunner, and obviously they future-proof this, right, with Roadblock and the Action Soldier on that chain gun and everything and the bipod. So yeah, it makes sense that they would do this. I don't know if we're ever getting Baldy back. Baldy and his AOL dial-up. Someone reboot Baldy. All right, cool. Well, let's talk dial tone until he comes back because it's getting late. All right, so he's obviously the comm expert, and he's Jack Morelli from Eugene, Oregon. And I just wonder, Spec, how they're gonna modernize that crazy radio thingamajig on his back.
I mean, do you need to modernize it? It's still got a futuristic-y look to it. I'm sure they'll do something funky that'll be really cool.
Yeah. I don't know. So you're okay with that thing hanging on his back in these days? So
I mean, I'm gonna trust in Lenny to see what they do to modernize it so that it doesn't. I mean, it does. I don't know. It was part of the appeal of the character, right? It's iconic to his look. Mm-hmm. So I'll be curious to see what they do. But
Baldy is still using dial tone for his internet. That's you, dude. I'm screenshotting this. He has to get you a range viper, bro. Hey, do us a favor though, guys. Don't do me a favor. Don't do Spec a favor. Go to BaldyLockz _Reviewz. Follow his Instagram. The guy's awesome. To me, honestly, as someone who reviews G.I. Joe Classified and gets them early and does full reviews and all that and takes a lot of pride in his work, I think BaldyLockz is the best. I think he's the best. I love Punk with Toys. I like Chris, obviously. I like B's Battlegrounds. But BaldyLockz, now that he's back, I think he sucks. BaldyLockz is the worst G.I. Joe Classified reviewer ever. Don't unsubscribe. He's full of shit. No, honestly, I think your reviews are creative. I want everyone to go subscribe to your channel, man. I know you haven't done content in a month and stuff, and we can talk about that now, and then we can say bye and go back to dial tone. But what's up with? Are we going to see some more reviews from you? What's going on with your channel, bro?
I will say I'm not looking for any sympathy. I just recently lost my grandfather, so there was a lot of family time spent over the last month or so. Anyway, unfortunately, he just passed, and I'll be back to the grind this weekend. I have a lot of hell. I'm still going to do a Snow Serpent review. I don't care how far behind I am.
See, you have a better attitude than me. Everyone knows me as if I don't get it early, I don't do it. That's what. But then I was like, all right, there's like 10 people who care what I think.
I feel like I still have something. I feel like I still have something creative to add to that
You do. That's the thing. You bring a lot of creative spin. You kind of fold history. You get a lot of jump cuts. You don't just like, hey, what's up? I'm gonna open it and talk about it. Like you actually have a plan and you follow through. And it's a lot of work, right, bro? Like editing
It's a lot of
and
work.
putting in. It's so much more work than putting
guys,
a camera on you and
know what's
opening a
funny
damn box.
Everybody gets on YouTube and they think like, wow, dial up is a choice, guys.
Tiger Force sabotaged Baldy's internet. He needs a modernized makeover for classified dial tone, yes. And dial tone has to do with your internet.
Yeah, and what did you guys say about dial tone? I'm going with
we're back on dial tone. We'll get back to dial tone and we'll talk about your channel. How about that? Right. Let's finish up these name only and SEC exclusives, and then we'll let you fly and talk about your channel for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, go ahead. I'm waiting for you to talk about dial tone.
Oh, dial tone. Listen, I just have a feeling. I have a strong feeling in my heart, in my gut. We are getting female dial tone from Resolute.
Ooh. Okay.
I could be wrong. And if you talk to my wife, I'm wrong a lot. So that's what I feel. Like, listen, I love dial tone, but look at his gear in the 80s. All that stuff made sense. Everything is Bluetooth. Everything is iPhone. Everything is very streamlined today. So I would just say it would be a cool jump to modern, like just making the modern classified figure. I'd like the little role that female dial tone had in Resolute. Let's do it. Let's bring in a female dial tone. I'm okay with that.
You just want to upset that same crowd that was upset about Glenda, don't you?
Glenda is the greatest version of Scarlet we're ever going to get.
You had to do it in a toy kind of mood. Oh God. All right, cool. We're good with that. So name only. Did we even grade the name only yet? I don't even know where we are at with that. Did we do that yet?
Do we need to? Do we need to grade name only?
We don't need to do that. No, let's talk Comic-Con exclusive so we can get out of here and let Baldy go. We got G.I. Joe Classified Convention exclusive. This was a leak from Angry Collectors. How do they do it? Who's Angry Collectors seems to get an insight on a lot of this stuff. What do you think, Baldy? What's up with Angry Collectors? What's your intel on them?
I don't know. They don't have a ton of posts. I don't know who Angry Collectors is. Right. You're gonna check your DMs in a second. I'll show you something that I made earlier. But it's I'm excited, and it's crazy for me to even bring this up. But first of all, Raptor, he's fun. That makes sense for an exclusive. Right? Not everybody needs to get the exclusives, right? Mm-hmm. So that makes fun. Like, that's an obscure character. We can have some fun with him. Don't feel bad if you don't get him. Who cares? Starduster. I have a point of contention with Starduster from the last couple of years. So there's a Starduster exclusive, classified exclusive that's out there on the secondary market. There's a lot of confused collectors when it comes to those figures. Now, I don't remember which show it is, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but there's a show that does it. It's like G.I. Joe related. They make exclusive customs. Now, when they started doing these customs, and I think they've course corrected since, but when they started doing these, like when Monkey Wrench came with the bike with the
like the Dreadnought bat,
yes,
and it gets sold at like one of the. It's actually here in like Temecula. It's not that. It's like 2 hours away, right? Spec or something like that. But I was like, I can't go all the way there for a damn figure that costs $100. That's a custom.
No, listen, I think it's brilliant. It's awesome.
It is because they make the boxes and stuff. That's cool.
It's tied to the show. The presentation is really well done, and they nailed it with their Stardust.
SoCal. Yeah, SoCal Joe Show. Yep, that's it. It's in Temecula.
My only issue with it is early on, I think it was advertised. It looked like it was official from Hasbro. And it on eBay, on the secondary market, people do not specify all the time. Now, I've seen a couple listings where they say this is a custom. But
I see what people are doing. They're buying that one and then posing it as a real thing to make more money on eBay.
And listen, the custom market is awesome. And I think when you put your time into making a video, that's your artwork, right? So it's what your time is valued at. Same thing with a custom. But when it's sold as, hey, this is official by Hasbro, that's very confusing for people. So I think they've course corrected. I think since then they've made it a little more obvious in their advertising. But early on, I think I don't know. I don't know those guys. But they knew what they were doing. They were advertising that. And they were selling it. Mm-hmm. And even now there's collectors that sell it as if it's official. And then you get a name-only reveal like this. And this is still rumor. Okay? This is still rumor. We don't know if this is official. This is still rumor. But this is likely we're probably going to get something more official coming. So
no, I got you.
I mean, the Starduster thing is funny. I remember I had one and I gave it to my cousin, and I think
Did you have the cereal?
Yes, we had the cereal. I think we put an M80 on Starduster in the backyard and blew him up. So it was very Sid from Toy Story. We destroyed a lot of figures. Starduster was just, we got him from the cereal. I had no idea that he'd be worth something now. You know,
getting a figure from a cereal is pretty much equivalent to like junk, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of
back then we were just like, this is just a cereal G.I. Joe. Let's strap the M80 to him.
No.
And now he's a highly sought after figure. And I can't wait to see what they do. I don't think that Hasbro is going to top the presentation that the SoCal show did. I thought that was phenomenal. They did a beautiful job.
Right. And our friend Viper here, who I hope you get the extra subscriber so we can get him another Range Viper to go along with his logo profile. But yeah, he has one of the Dreadnoks, and then he also gave us a super chat. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm having a ball tonight. I was like, I was like, I think I even said at the top of the show, I'm like, we're just gonna go faster than pre-orders, and we took the longest because we're having so much fun, and I love it. And that's all that matters is fun, and we're glad you guys are having fun too. Spectre, do you have any quick opinions about any of these convention exclusives? I know you sometimes make it out to the conventions if you can. Any thoughts on this before we head out of here?
I don't know the source. I don't know if it's accurate or not. But if it is, I'm excited for Deluxe Raptor. Hopefully that means they did something really cool with his wings. Right. A little modern update. Starduster, because I'm all in, I'll get him, and hopefully he'll be cool in hand, but I don't have an attachment to him, and so the reveal of it just doesn't excite me.
And for those worried, Comic-Con exclusive just means a QR code, so they're not going to have Deluxe Raptor at San Diego in hand. There's no way. You could record this, and if I'm wrong, I'll do 100 push-ups in front of everybody in the panel, or I'll do 10 because I'm old now. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's not gonna happen. But anyway, it's QR code. I think they're both cool exclusives, but yeah, I will talk more about that on Sunday. I wanted to host tonight so I could get Baldy's opinion, Bobby's opinion, Spec's opinion. Of course, we got KJ's opinion. So I will be a special guest on Toy Domination on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. I will be a guest along with Plastic Fantastic. They're focusing on a lot of dioramas and stuff like that. So it'll be fun hanging out with those guys. I really appreciate the invite. So looking forward to hanging out on Sunday night and talking more about the reveals and stuff like that, and kind of giving more of my thoughts instead of just hosting. So it'll be cool to just chill for once and not have to work. So it'll be fun on that. So that's this Sunday. Do want to give one more shout out to Black Genghis. Obviously, some of these I did not screenshot these today. So some of these followers and all that. I know Tony, he's not here tonight, but he's like, I have more subscribers now. I'm like, dude, I don't feel like screenshotting this every week. So anyway, Black Genghis has a new YouTube channel. Go follow him on Instagram. Real proud of you, dude. You did a great job tonight with your stream. And then speaking of Tony, he's reviewing figures now and reviewing loadouts, and he has a YouTube channel as well. So the Toy Kind of Mood, everyone's a YouTube superstar, but Spec doesn't want to be. He just wants to hang out for now until people demand it. So anyway, look, Tony's Figs, go give him a follow on YouTube and go check out that Night Trooper review. Not sure why he released it during KJ stream when we have our stream, and there was 9 other streams going on. But that's fine. Go watch it tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, it's about time he started the channel.
Yeah, for sure. Because he has the hookup and he's got the custom eye. You know what I mean? So I love that he's gonna start like breaking down things, comparing his loadouts and his custom looks to what G.I. Joe is doing over on Hasbro. There, yeah, he's great. But he wasn't on tonight, by the way, because he was just working. And then they did a punk kind of mood last night anyway. So if you want to go check out Larry's channel over there, Punk with Toys, Tony was on that. And then there's his Instagram, and he reviewed the Night Watch loadout, the dog handler thing so he's got a couple Gridiron loadout reviews there, and go give him a follow at Tonys_Figs. And then we got Toy Optics right now. It's Dave Speck. Lots of cool toy photography. So we'll hope to discuss more of that with you in the future, right?
I'm always game.
Nodding the head. Okay, cool. And then I just want to give a clear look. There's our channel. If you're new and you're new tonight, I'll throw up this banner. If you want to give us a like, subscribe, all that stuff. I was kind of not slacking, just real busy, and we didn't get a whole lot of stuff. But man, that reviewing that Mezco Snake Eyes really got me out of my shell, and I had a real great time reviewing that figure, which wasn't great, by the way. So if you want see a lot of criticism from me instead of a lot of shilling, go check out that Snake Eyes review of Mezco. And I hope to have another video up this week, kind of reviewing all the figures from February, kind of ranking that and more to come for sure. So that's on A Toy Kind of Mood. And then follow us on IG at A Toy Kind of Mood. And just bringing you all the goods there. And then Bobby's on TikTok, but that might change. We got a lot of stuff coming with Bobby, and announcement on Wednesday. But Baldy, let's talk about you. We were before dial tone so rudely interrupted your dial tone. Help us out. Talk to us about what's going on with BaldyLockz. And you kind of were talking about it, but just continue what you're talking about, the BaldyLockz Reviewz channel.
Yeah. So family comes first, and then I do have a lot of plans, some things coming up. So I have a whole list of things that I'd like to share with everybody. And I think I'm going to dive right back into it this weekend. So there's some good things coming. I'm still going to do my predictions for 2024, even though some of that stuff has already dropped.
Yep.
I mean,
actually, oh no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
I was going to say dial tone was one of my predictions for this year.
Yep.
So
cool.
like
you should still. I mean, even though it's March, you could maybe do like for the rest of the year. Like
oh man, I'm gonna just make a listen. Life is just short, right? And we're here to have some fun. So I'm just gonna tongue in cheek it, and I'm just gonna call it the procrastinators prediction, and we'll go from there. So we'll have some fun. But yeah, I had some content lined up.
Absolutely. We got a couple of, let's see right here. Just want a couple comments that I had saved before I go. Great job, guys. Had fun. Finally broke down an order to Hiss. Should be here Sunday. Congratulations, John Ullman. You won't be disappointed. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those things that you'll actually play with, or at least it'll look amazing on your shelf. So congrats on that. Shark Guy says, oh, this was about Dialtone. He expects a removable beret. Yeah, for Dialtone and some other accessories required to flesh out that release. So there's that comment there. Baldy has great reviews and great humor. And I don't know what else he said. But then he did say this. Baldy, when you get Metalhead, you need to do a segment. Who wore it better? You put Metalhead's mullet on different classified figures.
I like that idea, but we all know that Metalhead is Bobby.
He is, and Bobby's not here to defend himself, but he likes it. So thank you again, Shark Eyes. We hope to get you on a future show. But yeah, go check out. It was the one time I forgot to put I don't know if we can do it on a. See if we can do it on a screen thing. Let's see if we can do it. Screen grab. See if we can find it. Here we go. I think we can do it. I think we got it. Okay, cool. You got it. Sweet. Let's see if it works. All right. Did that work? Yeah, it did. Cool.
Oh, yay.
BaldyLockz Reviewz. I don't know how you don't. Yeah, because you probably just, like you said, life gets in the way.
Listen,
yeah.
Travis sends me messages about how I have to get better at Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I mean, go give him a follow. Always great for the community. Love what you're doing. Obviously on in the Joe groups, always stirring up the pot. It's always fun to see what you got going on there. And actually,
we just have to have fun, guys. Everybody, let's just have some fun.
Yep. And there we go. There's your YouTube.
Dude, I gotta update that banner. What's wrong with that banner? All right.
Yeah. There you go, right there. But like you said, if we can get you what is it, 1.45, then we can get the Viper guy a range Viper, FCE Viper. But either way, go subscribe, regardless of freebies or whatever. It's just once you come back and you see the content, I mean, you're up there, dude. Like I said, you were when you were gone for a second, I was like, this guy's the GOAT. But you're not like YouTube, you know how it is. It's the algorithm, it's consistency. If you're on every week and you're constantly putting videos out, you're gonna be ahead. There's no ahead, it's not a race, but you know what I mean? Like you're gonna have more of a look from people. But I'm a quality over quantity guy. You know what I mean?
I like the friendships that I've made in this short amount of time.
Absolutely.
You Spec sends me pictures, man, and we have a lot of fun banter back and forth. You and I do. So
always.
And Tony's I'm shocked he doesn't have a channel yet, but dude, that guy,
he does. No, that was Tony's.
I'm sorry. I meant to say I'm surprised.
Bobby.
He just got a channel.
Oh, he just got a channel.
Yeah, he's a good mentor when it comes to customizing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Everybody subscribe.
Yep, for sure. Yep. But yeah, go check it out. But dude, this was amazing. I don't know how we made a real creative, fun show after 7,000 other streams talking about the same fucking shit, and we did it though. So no, thank you. Thanks. Shout out to Bobby. And thank you, Spec. Thank you. You were awesome tonight. Thanks so much. A lot of knowledge. And BaldyLockz, man, always a pleasure.
Guys, thanks for having me, man. I always have fun with you guys.
Lots of fun.
Cool. Well, I don't know. Do we even have he put an intro? Did he put an outro? I don't want to use this and get demonetized. I'll just say bye. But either way, look, 159. G.I. Joe Classified. One more day, Leap Day special. It was a blast for Dave, Bobby, KJ, Dreadnought, Ryan, Bobby, Tony, Baldy, fucking Punk with Toys, Bobby B's Battlegrounds, the whole Joe community, Joe Fest, Full Force, all that shit. Yo, Joe, G.I. Joe Classified. Love you all. Peace. See you in the 12. Good
See
night.
you guys.